Yes, I am here. Are we ready to go?
Yeah, we are unmuted.
All right, well, I will go ahead and give a quick recap. On the last session of Secret of the Fey, our adventurers did a little shopping around the Blossoming Bud, where they acquired a few side missions in hope of trading for some magical items, and were even able to purchase some tools and get some fashionable clothes commissioned. Afterwards, they made their way to the central crossroads, and thanks to a shortcut found by Shade and Saga, they were able to make it in half the time. Along the way, they were interrupted by a knight of Kuncio, Chadrick, who said some very insensitive things about the Fey people and was promptly stomped into the ground and left to think about his life choices. Upon arriving in the central crossroads, Thorium was struck by lightning as part of an unknown trial and received some additional health and AC from the storms above, with a cryptic message written in Primordial that they will meet again after the vault has been opened. The adventurers also noticed a broken down cart, and thanks to some very high rolls across the board, Magnus was able to find a hidden silver longsword, and Luca was able to discover a barrel of mystic silver, an item that would give any weapon the silver property. Combined with Shade's nature check relating to some wolf prints on the side of the road, the group came to the realization that a werewolf is most likely involved in the events going around this area. And finally, our group decided to head west in search of a blood hunter that bears a sword embellished with roses and thorns, one very much like the mark on Eladora's arm, hoping to find justice for a small kobold girl back at the Blossoming Bud, whose family fell at this man's hands. Though along the way, one of their party members, Pumpkin, decided that life with the Speranza family's attack force wasn't quite for her, and has decided to return to Floro in hopes of turning in her badge or possibly finding employment elsewhere, and has chosen to leave the party. We thank Pumpkin for her assistance thus far.
Yeehaw. Did anything happen with her cloak?
Yes, so I'll roll here in just a second to determine who will get that. And then if whoever receives it would like to share it with someone else, they are free to do so. And the same will be for her potion of healing as well. And this brings us to our present. Our adventurers find themselves at the edge of the central crossroads, just outside the land of the giants, where a massive gate, at least 60 feet tall, is currently being guarded by a giant, blocking their progress. To the north is a small pathway where Ofuk has told them that he believes the blood hunter was last seen, and that is up in this area. Though before they can reach either of those things, they are stopped by the sight of a crumbling statue that stands in a small alcove. The map and the adventure is yours.
That's a very nice statue. Also, my hit point. Did we heal? Because I think my hit points are at 18 right now.
Oh, I forgot to do my hit points.
I gave y'all a full heal.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure before I
Shade, you receive the Cape of the Hair and one potion of healing.
Oh, you're gonna be so fast.
I'm gonna see if I can get it enchanted onto my cool clothes. Let me get it.
So we clearly see this big absolute unit of a lad here.
You said Cape of the Hair or Cloak of the Hair?
Let's see. I believe it is. It's of the hair.
Of the hair.
There we go. Gotcha.
I am going to run so hard.
Lucky.
I'm gonna be the Flash when we're done with this.
How about just in this case, we don't run to violence so quick? I think we should try talking first.
That was out of character.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do we know if giants are normally like violent, or are they just like pretty chill unless you provoke them?
They kill anyone who tries to go onto their land.
Don't fuck
them.
Okay.
Magnus,
can Shade investigate the statue and whatever's around it?
Magnus was gonna go up to Luca and go, I can't help but notice that you're one of the giant folk, at least. Heart.
Am I?
Furbolgs are giant.
I think you just speak giant. You're not, you don't have giant blood in you.
Oh, I thought Furbolgs were giant. Okay. I thought they were kind of
like
giant.
adjacent. It's
No, I think I've heard that before, that furbolgs are part of the giant race.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
They are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you are,
like, yeah, weird stuff.
Then you can be a giant adjacent then.
Well, I mean, I could try using that and see if he'll listen to me. Do we have to get past the gate though, or can we just walk on our way? Do we need anything behind the gate?
Well, I just mean if we need to, maybe someone speaking in their own tongue.
Wouldn't mind ask some questions if they see anything.
Be a little
say, like
out of character too. Like, don't two of you like want to grab a gem?
That's what Magnus is getting to.
Oh.
Yeah, because Luca has no idea I wasn't there.
Yeah, Magnus is getting to it all. I'm talking. Magnus is gonna go, well, also, me and Thorium were tasked with, finding a green gem that lies near the Giant's Gate. And, well, if we can get it without violence, that would be mighty handy.
Well, if it does come to violence, I do have ways of incapacitating the giant, at least long enough for someone to hop over and grab it. I could also create a fog for the area, and we could have someone sneak past, but they'd have to be damn lucky. Because a swing from a giant, that's gonna kill you. Yeah. But again, if you wanna try talking first, I'm more than happy to try that, because I'd rather not have to fight an innocent fella. You know what I mean?
Oh no, same. Now, you should probably go join the others before Shade decides to eat the statue.
Also, Magnus,
yes?
I'm mighty proud of you. You stood next to Mrs. Peeps this whole time, and I haven't seen a shiver. You're doing good, kid.
Oh no, Magnus has been like eyeing, like how you see a bug, like if you're afraid of a bug, like
Mrs. Peeps is just over here pecking at bugs and stuff in the ground.
Yeah, no, Magnus is like eyeing it like maybe if I don't move, it won't see me. And Magnus will lean in and go, chickens see movement. If I stand still, she doesn't come near me. And then I'm gonna walk away.
I'm just gonna chuckle and be like, that's not how that works.
But yeah, I'm gonna
go back over and like sneak my way over.
But I'm gonna investigate the statue and its surroundings.
Same.
Okay. As you try to investigate the statue, it is in terrible state. It has been cracked 1,000 times over, and only someone skilled with archaeology or ruins might be able to glean information from this.
That's a fair amount of rocks. Do I see this flower?
Yes, you do.
Can I investigate that? See if it, like, is weird or anything?
You sure?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yes, you can do a nature check.
I'm good at those. Like, legit. I'm good at those. This is a flower.
It's a pretty flower.
It's pretty proud. Is there like is the headed statue still like is it ooh.
Ooh. Get that up
Can
there.
Can I give that a little nature check try myself?
I look at it.
You sure can.
Does it look healthy? Like, does it look fine? Like,
well, why did I do it twice? That's weird. It wasn't even on advantage though. 12. The first one was 12.
Yes, the flower looks healthy. It is sprouting out of the middle of the broken, crumbling statue.
I pick it gently, the way I was
Would
taught.
but before you pick it, would you like
Oh.
to glean the information? Because you did get a little bit.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. You know that this is a Fey tear.
Mm-hmm,
It is a rare flower that once
Oh.
grew in the Feywild and is said to recycle magic, as trees are said to recycle the air. Attempts at growing it in the mortal realm have gone mostly unsuccessful, except in places of dense magic. But they do tend to appear from time to time in the oddest of locations.
What would a 12 get me?
The 12 lets you know that once they are picked, they are rumored to be able to live for exactly 7 days before they turn to dust.
I will inform the group of that. Maybe we should leave it for now, because this seems kind
It's
of...
already picked it.
Oh. We should leave... Oh, you son of a bitch.
Magnus just is, no, please don't eat it.
I was gonna say, please don't eat it. I don't know what it'll do to you.
If anything, we could at least maybe brew it into a tea.
Well, possibly. You know. But I picked it with care. There's still some roots on it.
If we're lucky, we might be able to try to, like, grow it if we're very lucky. I doubt it, but...
Now, these ruins, Magnus has studied archaeology, very interested in...
Me with my knight background. Damn it. Okay.
Yes, with your background in archaeology, you will be able to get some basic information from the statue, but go ahead and make me an intelligence roll to see if you might be able to get some more.
All right.
Is there a head of the statues, or is the head, like, crumbled to bits?
It is crumbled.
Okay. I guess... Oh! Nat 20, baby!
Excellent.
That's my wife!
Magnus,
Not yet.
you're able to, in your mental theater, put the statue back together. And in your mind, you know that this statue was once a monument to the Autumn Court, a minor court of the Fey Realm. Its patrons were often related to the gifts of nature, harvest, and life and healing. The Autumn Court was often worshipped by the farmers throughout Caepa, and was a court that often dealt with the mortal realm to give them bountiful harvest. Though most of the knowledge about the Autumn Court has been lost to time, you do know that the emblem of the Autumn Court was often a basket of fruits and vegetables surrounded by a large orange pumpkin. However, you happen to remember that the Autumn Court was often regarded with a sense of mystery about it, as autumn not only represented the beauty of harvest, but also the encroaching death of winter as life begins to slumber. Much like twilight, they were the in-between of life and death. And as you begin to examine this statue, you notice, all of you, that time seems to be slowing down all around you.
Okay.
I will relay that this was a statue of the Autumn Court. Would I be able to at least sketch what I believe the statue might have looked like?
Yes, it would have been, oddly
You'll
enough,
find
you'll get a chance to actually see here in just a moment what it would have looked like.
Ooh.
Would my background in past, would I know anything about that in particular, anything special about the Autumn Court?
You would know just the bare basics that Magnus has given you, because your patron is of the Summer Court.
Gotcha. Okay.
I follow a god. Tee.
I guess, is there anything like, any noticeable like pieces of like rubble, like anything with like symbols on, or like anything that like very much like, oh yeah, this is definitely from the Autumn Court.
Magnus might be, It is Mifa's theme from Breath of the Wild.
Beautiful Zach.
Oh, wait, do I not have my... Oops, I did not have my rhythm bot turned up. There we go. Let me know if the music's too loud.
Ooh, that is so cool.
Ooh.
As time freezes all around you, the statue slowly, bit by bit, begins to crumble back together into a mirage. A being of light and of shadow begins to hover above you, and a creature takes shape.
I'll give a quick bow, like literally, like get on a knee and like bow respectfully.
One moment, my theme didn't repeat properly.
That's not very poggers of that theme.
The creature is about 7 feet in height,
Oh god.
with pale blue skin and flowing blonde hair. Translucent rainbow wings are outstretched, shimmering in the late sun of the afternoon. They wear a black dress, and in their hands is a shining crown of light with 4 sharp points on it. But the creature says nothing, as you notice their mouth is bound by several layers of shadows, making speech impossible.
Oh.
But they look at you, directly in the eyes, one by one, and they reach their hands out, presenting you with the crown, gesturing for you, all of you, to touch it.
I'll reach out for it.
Magnus will almost eagerly reach out, seeing the magic from this.
Shade will put out one hand, and the other he's still holding the Fey tear. And he
Orion would like to make an insight
Okay.
check.
Would I know of any way to like remove the bindings on their mouth, or is that just or not or nothing?
This is actually more of a mirage, so
Gotcha.
you can't actually, it's ethereal. You won't be able to
Okay.
touch or interact with them. None of you sense any deception from this creature.
Yeah, I'll kind of very gingerly like reach out. Like I won't like get in front of anybody, but I guess like we feel all touch it at once. I guess I'm not gonna like jump ahead and like try to grab it from everybody. I'll only grab it if everybody else is gonna grab it at the same time.
We're poking it.
Oh, Magnus is
open.
totally reaching out at it. This Fey being is presenting a crown. Ooh, all over that. Oh, do you want me to roll
Thorn's just
insight
gonna
as
lean up against
well?
a tree.
Or
Might as well.
okay,
One of
Ah.
us will get lucky.
I don't have insight.
Ah!
Huh?
Oh! Help! I'm trying to.
Go there. You're safe there.
You sense
guess.
no deception from this creature.
Oh, all right. Magnus is just reaching out to touch this crown.
Yeah. I'll touch the
Immediately.
ground. Yeah.
You all go and have some fun.
You can tell Elador's face is like looks like completely like in reverence. Like you can like you never seen her like look this like serious about something. She's very pretty much like
Oh,
very
sorry, I
invested
was
in
muted.
this. Oh, you're fine.
Luca's gonna touch the crown, but then he's gonna also have Mrs. Peeps reach out and touch the crown as well.
Nice.
Shade's,
You're touching this crown.
Shade's indifferent, but he'll just touch it. Like he's gonna touch it with a finger.
Yeah,
Hit the pinky.
Magnus looks very
Notice it does.
eager.
All right, everyone except for Thorium, please roll me a D100.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
fuck.
All right.
How do I make this show up? Do I have to like select myself
94.
and then roll it?
I got
Slash roll.
94.
No, you would do it in the chat. Slash roll 1d100. Happening, oh
What
god!
was it again? It's slash roll.
Slash roll and then space 1d100. Or d100.
Oh no.
I got 94 if that means anything.
Luca disintegrates.
Okay. Elidora,
Yes! Please be good.
as you touch the crown, your eyes begin to flicker a warm orange, like a ripe pumpkin in the middle of autumn. Much as you would see embers in a campfire, your eyes spark and shimmer until finally they ignite. Your eyes are lit with an ethereal flame of orange, and you feel your sight has been given a powerful boon, as the creature before you seems to have their shoulders sag in relief. Bit by bit, you watch as your eyes begin to glow, and the flame begins to melt the bindings from the creature's mouth. And with one last push of power, those bindings are nothing but ash, freeing the creature's mouth. You watch as a warm smile crosses its face, and it looks to all of you with a warm smile. And it says, I welcome you all into the Autumn Court, and you, Elidora, shall be the bearer of my eyes. And at this time, each of you feel an radiating power pulse all around you. And you are all granted level 2.
Hey.
Sweet.
And just as quickly as she arrived, she smiles sadly as bit by bit, the mirage vanishes, fading away into the dust of the sky.
Yeah,
Y'all have fun with that over there?
Elidora is kind of tearing up a bit, actually.
Agnes will just look over and go, that was brilliant. Think of what
That
could...
was beautiful.
It'll just turn to Thorium and go, how are you not amazed by that? Think of it,
It was alright.
how we could use that
alright.
power. That's magic. And if you can...
Dorian's
Oh,
gonna
Lord,
just
do you
rub
feel
his
anything?
hands together. That crackle pop lightning
So
just in
cool.
his palm.
Elidora is going to look around for like the parts of the statue that are going to be where the head or looks like the head. Ooh. Oh,
Elidora,
Right. You can-
I
Elidora,
have-
do you feel any different? Are you okay?
hold
This
on.
is something about your eyes.
Go ahead, Zach. Holy sh-
I have added a feat to you. For some reason, the text does not show up,
It's okay.
but you received the feat, Eyes of the Autumn Court. Once per day, you may select one creature that you can see. You will gain an insight into that creature's true self, and will receive a brief vision and insight as to who they truly are as a person. You also gain advantage on the next charisma-based check made against that creature. But this ability is less effective on creatures that are more powerful than the bearer, and you cannot use this on other player characters without their consent.
Elidora kind of like looks down and like kind of like rubs her eyes a bit. Well, I think I just gained some insight. Oh boy.
That was neat and all, but what was that? I don't get it.
That was a Fey of the Autumn Court.
What's that?
Well,
How were they still alive? They were in pieces.
Well, that's just a statue. I don't think it's
they
the
were
real
really
them.
alive. Some part of them that was left was waiting to pass on their gift.
we aided
Shade just flops down.
by accepting that. We helped free them. And if they can grant power like that, imagine what you can do to... Imagine if you could recreate that.
Elidora is consciously kind of rubbing her arm a bit.
I guess Luca will go over to Shade on the fucking ground.
Yeah, who just fell down in pain.
It's ain't
Just
about
gonna
you.
Wait, you fell
Walk
down in
down.
pain?
Yeah, his key's activating.
Oh.
That's painful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll go
His-
down. I'll.
His tattoos are glowing, so he's taking a moment to like. He's just. This is very
Going
rough.
up.
They
Luca's
warned
just gonna
me.
squat down and like poke you a little bit, but Luca's back feels off and very itchy, and
Okay.
some more hair is gonna fall out, and then new scales are gonna start growing down his back.
I would say Eldora's symbol on her arm starts glowing, and you kind of see what looks like some like vines or something, kind of like slowly growing out around her skin.
Magnus,
Like the tattoo is like expanding.
looking at all of you have these changes, gonna pick up one of Shade's arms, kind of looking at the glowing tattoos. You're like, oh,
One's green, one's white.
fascinating.
Like one arm is. Yep.
Huh.
His right arm is white. The tattoos on his right arm are white, and the ones on his left arm are green, and then they fade. Ah.
And just
That's
will
better.
kind of like pat Shade on the face and go, I think I've gotten some inspiration from you all.
Well, that's very good, I suppose.
Have
I
a
don't
few
have
things to write
magic.
up.
I have key. That's about all I've got.
Key is just a
Lucas-
form of you channeling your own magic.
It's more of my chakra, yeah.
Luca's gonna look at Mrs. Peeps. Does Mrs. Peeps look any different? She touched the ground too.
She looks a little bit bigger, as a matter of fact, and her wings just look a little bit stronger.
Good for her. We love that. Girl boss.
Got
One of,
bigger!
One of Thorium's pockets is just glowing blue.
You got games in there.
Hey?
Got games in the phone. Yeah, Among Us.
think you left your
You got-
flashlight
It's alright,
on.
babes.
You got Tetris in there.
He
Handle
reaches
it.
in, pulls out his deck of cards.
Ow.
That's
That's
very-
certainly new.
That's very cool. You're a really cool person, I will say that.
Elidor will take some of these statue pieces and kind of like bury them a bit
Oh,
as a little like grave thing.
seeing
Shade-
you take the statue
Wait, Shade,
pieces to
Shade,
bury.
Shade, stop, Shade, stop.
What?
I think we need to have a conversation about the giant and. what
Oh,
we're
I
gonna
thought we
keep
were just going
forward.
away from that.
No, we
I'm
might
gonna mess with a fucking giant.
need to.
Magnus said he needs something from beyond the gate.
Oh.
It'll
Well, I
be
was gonna want to talk to him, so for questioning. if
also,
you'll answer.
seeing Elidora pick some of the statue pieces up and bury them. DM, how disrespectful would I know it to be to just
Yeah, but I
pick
know
some
that's-
statue pieces up and pocket them for study?
No, I'm burying them. Oh, okay. I say like, would I even know if like burying the statue is disrespectful or not too? I don't want to be disrespectful, actually.
The typical rite of burial for any Fey creature in this world is to be buried back with the earth so that they can be returned to nature. Although, because it is a statue and not a living being, it would be a nice gesture, but it would not be outright disrespectful to take some for study.
Okay, then I'm totally pocketing some of the more detailed pieces with like runes and
Are
stuff
you
on them.
being
The,
sneaky about it?
No, Magnus is just like holding it up,
Okay.
examine, and just kind of
Okay.
put it in your pocket.
How
Elidor will
distracted is
recognize her.
everyone, DM?
Buddy, don't.
You're gonna eat the flower.
He said the flower.
Please make me a stealth check, Shade.
Sure. Just, he's curious.
Do we do perception rolls against it?
You guys
Yes,
are
you
busy.
will.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I'm not busy.
Thorium's not.
Damn it.
you're looking at Mrs. Peeps.
I'm looking at
Piss.
Mrs. P.
Well,
You're
I was
looking at
also
me
walking
looking at
up
the
just
rock.
a little bit, like up to the tree.
Yeah, I will.
Like right here.
Elder will look at Mac.
Thorium's looking at Mrs. Peeps.
Yeah.
Dorian is also looking at Mrs. Peeps.
Sometimes
walk over
it
to
just
him.
works.
I'd be like, does she look bigger to you? Oh look, she's got her little flight feathers are coming in.
Let me take her on.
I,
Shade.
DM.
You
yeah.
you have found the one moment where nobody is supervising you at the moment.
We're gonna experiment here. I'm gonna eat one petal. Just
God. Stop
Oh my
putting shit in
God.
your
Look,
mouth.
at least he's being responsible, and he didn't eat the whole thing.
exactly.
You know,
I was
it's
gonna
just
eat
gonna-
the roots, but now that everyone's
He's
distracted,
learning. We're taking steps in the right direction now. If only we could get him to stop licking things to track. Because that
Shade.
doesn't work.
yeah.
Please roll me a D100.
Oh my
Yes, sir.
God. You can take all the interesting shit from people too and eating it before everybody else has a chance to eat shit.
Okay, that's not bad. That could be worse.
Oh,
You say
hey, that's
that.
a good number. 42. That is
Yeah.
the
42.
answer. That is the answer.
Yeah?
Please roll me a D20.
Oh.
Okay.
God, I love that movie. I'm gonna watch that movie tomorrow.
Oh no!
Please be negative.
Oh
Please be
no.
negative.
Oh God.
Huh. That's a tasty petal. Tastes like sugar.
Ooh.
Okay, so nothing happened.
Don't.
He's gonna eat
And that
another
is the
one.
extent of it.
Anyways, Eleanor will look to Magnus and Pognesis and just be like, just be careful of that. Don't know what it'll do.
Oh, of course. But
You know.
there's always something to learn from the past, and well, it would be better kept studied than buried in the dirt or lying broken on the ground.
I know, but you know, decorum and all that.
Okay.
If you need
Well,
help
there-
with that, let me know.
While they're distracted, I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Oh my
Oh
God!
God. Fucking damn it.
I knew it.
It tasted good to him.
Damn, can't
His
you just,
wisdom
like,
is in the
learn.
middle.
Just punish
Nothing.
him.
No,
Punish him,
no, it's
please.
fine.
May this
He's
consequence be swift and
all I'm gonna say,
merciless.
Nakara, is
I
you can't be frustrated with Wolfram after this.
Yeah, no. I just take the chances. I roll the dice.
Please roll me a D100.
All right.
honestly, I'm kind of hoping you get something really good out of this.
Same.
Oh, that's good.
Bad. Damn.
Please roll me a D20.
God.
Please, don't roll a 1.
Oh,
Not
okay.
bad. Not
Okay.
bad.
Okay, number 13.
Oh.
That's my lucky number.
Consulting
bad.
the charts.
Oh God, there's charts.
Look, when the DM's like, it tastes good, Shade's like,
I knew
I'll
it.
just say he lost it later. I lost it.
No one's gonna believe that. We saw you eat that fruit.
You're gonna
like, without
lie.
it abandoned.
You're gonna lie in front of Mrs. Peeps. You know Mrs. Peeps can see into the universe. She'll know. She'll be ashamed of you.
Look, he's special.
This is
She'll
Peeps sees
know.
static.
Actually, Mrs. Peeps is rather intelligent.
As she walks into a wall.
Shade.
Yes, sir.
Roll me
Trick.
a D6.
Oh, it's a chart. Ooh,
Ooh, okay.
It's a chart within a chart.
Shade. Your charisma drops by 2 points.
Okay.
Oh!
Fine with
Now,
You know, it
but
fits.
Wait,
roll me
Wait, there's more.
another. Roll me another D6.
Probably someone's gonna go by 2.
Your intelligence increases by 2.
that. Oh wow, I'm big brain now.
I'm
Okay.
sad. Oh no.
Uh,
I'm sad.
okay.
You know, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
That's a good trade-off. It makes sense. Hold on. Then let me adjust that. You said my charisma goes down by 2, but or 1.
Yep. Your charisma is now 11. Your intelligence is now 15.
Wow.
Damn.
I just ate a flower and became smart.
And then you're like, wow, I really just ate a flower.
You
Looking
know,
things isn't how you track animals. Wow, I never thought of that.
no, it's like literally that one one meme where like they put the flower on top of the cat's head, and like it assumes it.
yep,
No.
that's where mine went to as well.
Yeah.
Jay just stands there. Fuck.
Now about that giant, I happen to speak giant, so I could probably go and talk to him. What is it
Let's
exactly?
hear
I mean, you want to get to the other side, but generally they kill people who do that. So how exactly am I working this angle? Am I distracting him, and then one of you sneaks behind?
Why don't we hide and you go up and talk, and well, two of you go up and
Hey,
talk.
actually, Shay, come over here. I have an idea.
Oh no.
I am quite charismatic. What?
Your
Plus
bird,
0.
your bird is intelligent. Yes, it's not just a bird.
Saga is my friend, yes.
That didn't answer the question.
You think you can send your... Well, Mrs. Peeps can't fly. She could definitely go over there and pick something up for me, but she can't fly. So maybe I distract the giant and ask him all the questions you guys want, and you can send your bird over and pick up whatever it is, the gem, right?
Oh.
Have her pick up the gem.
And so
and bring it
that,
back to you.
that'll be brilliant.
What does it look like?
It's a green bright gem. Right, thorium. That's what he described it as. Correct?
I click my tongue at Saga. Saga,
Almost like an emerald.
here's the plan. Somewhere over there's a green gem. I need you to go grab it when the big guy is distracted.
If things go sour, I can do fog cloud and disguise the area, and we could all run down that other path and get the fuck out of here. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I'll go with you. I'm got quite the silver tongue, I've been told.
I'm also quite charismatic.
Can you speak giant?
No, but you never know. Just in case,
Well,
I'll back
They,
up.
they
in case
could.
this-
You're right. They could speak common. That that is very reasonable.
Yeah, so we'll see.
I might have a question.
Yeah.
How urgently do you need the gem?
Well, not right now. We could always come back.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe
Well-
get the gem afterwards, but if you feel like it might get moved, I don't know.
I'd like to actually ask some questions if he saw
I know things
Kobold
now.
run around.
Well, I don't see us being able to get down this other path without alerting the giant. We might as well just say hello.
Yeah, just kind of show we mean no harm and be on our merry way. Let's see
Our
what he
clan's
does.
dealt with giant folk before, and I'm quite the charismatic individual, mind you. So I could probably talk to him. At least some were
Well,
just passing through, no trouble
I
here.
think we should
going
have the-
down this road.
Person approach them first, talking in the native tongue.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. So I think me and Elidora probably be the best ones to go talk to him. At least
The
see things
Rosewoods?
over.
Ever interacted with giants before?
This would be a little out of your element.
Okay, I thought so. I just didn't know. Just want to make sure. Okay. Would I know if the giants do not like the Fey, or is it kind of like a they don't really give a fuck kind of thing?
All the giants care about is keeping people out of their home.
Win.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, we could pass.
I still want to ask some questions if he's willing to answer questions, because I really want to ask him, because he's probably seen some things.
You know what I could do too? It has not been a full day. Saga's still got my. Well, no way. I gave my token to someone else. Never mind. I can't do it.
You gave it to Luca, and I gave.
I gave it to Luca. No, wait. Opposite.
Yeah.
I gave Luca.
I
I gave
have
Magnus my
teeth.
tooth. Oh, you do. Never mind. Then.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have the hair wrapped around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gave
and
my
I've got
hair
the
to
weird
I've got
one.
the tooth. I got the tooth.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
we can learn, I
Luca,
suppose.
Well,
do you
if
wanna
if we
go say
can
hi?
communicate, I think Elidora and
Luca.
Luca and Thorium. Well, not Thorium and Shade could go up. Me and Thorium could stay back
Yeah.
Well,
and receive Saga back here. If
Yeah.
you're okay with that, Thorium, if you want to go up and talk, that's fine.
As long as my
but-
girl doesn't get hurt.
I
Oh
think I'm good for now.
no, we'll
I
keep a
whistle at
good eye.
Saga and have her
Hey.
go over to this tree right here.
Ed, I'm really trusting here that you let us do
No,
most
we're
of the
sorry.
talking and that you don't try to pick a fight. All
Oh
right?
no, I'm not.
We are not
fucking
here to
stupid.
fight.
I'm not fucking stupid. I never fight a giant.
Excellent. All right.
I might be stupid, but. And also, I feel a little bit smarter in the head.
Oh, that's
Any
Alright.
burps?
Let's go.
Alright, let's do this. I
Pocket
will
bacon was
approach.
quite good.
Ooh, he's big.
As you
Hello,
approach,
Beastie.
you are met by a absolute giant of a man who is 15 feet tall
Oh my
and
God.
just as wide. He has massive armor, a gigantic club, and multiple boulders all around them that you think he could probably fit in the palm of his hand. In fact, he is currently eating one.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
I will approach and I will kind of walk up and do a little bow, and then I will talk in giant. And
Is he a stone giant?
greetings there, friend. We're just traveling through and wanted to say hello as we go about our way. How are you this fine morning?
And to confirm, you say this in giant, correct?
Yes, I do.
His eyes go wide in shock. And a big grin crosses his face. Oh, it's a lovely day. Ah, you speak our native tongue. However did you learn such a thing?
Oh, it's passed down through my family, actually.
Oh, how charming.
Unfortunately, out of all my siblings, I was the best at it. How's my accent?
Oh, quite lovely indeed. But yes, I am having quite, well, I suppose, a good day. My son has yet to bring me my rations for the month. I'm getting a bit impatient. Munches on giant boulder.
Is he well enough distracted?
Well, if you're looking for rations, I could spare you some of mine. And I get one of my rations. I have like 10, so I'm good. I'm gonna grab out 4 of them because he's a big guy.
Yeah, Eleanor
And,
will take out some of hers when she sees Luca take out some.
I will walk up and hand over 4 portions of rations. Like, are you able to eat these, or is it rocks? I'm not sure how that works. But you can have these if you want to.
He takes the rations from you and just starts to drool.
Is
Oh,
he
this
distracted?
is. Yeah, he does not notice Saga in the slightest.
All right,
will drop
metal
rations off
bird
first,
solid.
Back up. Back up.
Does Saga see the gem?
He
Here, I'm
does.
gonna
It is embedded in the side of the mountain, like an
Can
ore.
I peck at it?
Make me a strength check with no modifiers at disadvantage.
Alright. So, D20.
Oh. Oh no! Saga, she's trying. Poor girl.
No.
Oh, that's a
She's not.
shame.
We gotta keep him distracted so she can try and get it.
The giant takes the rations and he just consumes them immediately. Oh, thank you quite much indeed. We eat boulders whenever we're a little famished. Our stomachs are made of strong stuff, you see, but we don't like doing it.
Oh, that is amazing. I didn't know that. That is so cool.
Eldor will kind of whisper to Luca. Is there? He can ask if there's anything else we can do for him.
Oh, my friend
Shade
here
nod.
wants to know if there was anything we could do for you as a gesture of good faith.
Can I try
Hmm.
again?
Let me answer this real quick and then we'll let Saga have another go at
Metal
it.
bird solid.
He kind of strokes his beard a little bit and he says, well, I am a little nervous about that man that headed up to the north with the shovel.
Breaks up.
And with
But
the
you don't
shovel.
speak giant.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I'm gonna look at you two and go. he said that he's nervous about a man who was walking this path with a shovel.
Oh, that's a
I'm
good
gonna look
point.
back over.
Ask him about the jobs.
What did this man look like? Did he? Okay, so I can't get up to go get my notes, but I know that we're looking for a specific man that has like thorns. Am I right?
Yeah, with
sword
the
has-
symbol of the rosewood, yeah.
His sword has like thorns, like rose imagery on it.
Did he happen to have anything on him that looked like roses and thorns? We're also looking for a man in this area.
Yeah, to kill him. He was a bad
I'm not gonna say
man.
that. I'm not gonna say that.
Oh. Oh yes, he did indeed. He had a I believe they call it a rapier. It had rose thorns at its hilt. He was quite well armored, I suppose. I don't think he would be much of a challenge for me, but for the travelers along this road, most certainly. And he had an air of, suppose you could call it despair about him.
I'll relay this information to Shade and Deladora.
Ask about the
Good.
kobold girl. If might have seen
Did-
anything like.
Did he have a child with him, a little cobalt girl, or have you seen one in this area? She's missing from her family, and we're also looking for her.
Saga
this-
may
this
make
man-
another.
This man that I'm
Saga
talking
may make a
about,
check.
he's a what?
No, so I can try again for the.
That's so
Oh.
funny!
Oh no, no.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
Hey!
Heavy metal
The
bird
gem.
intensifies.
This man.
The gem
he
goes loose.
is very dangerous. He slaughtered a whole innocent family of kobolds.
What was that, Zach?
yeah.
If you see
Zach,
him,
uh,
I would suggest that you kill
Yeah.
him.
Cat.
Zach was saying
Oh,
something.
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on. Shade, you now have control of the token for the gem.
Oh. Ah! Ah! Is it loose? Is it ready to get grabbed?
Yeah,
It can be
try
grabbed.
All right. Gotta go higher.
Uh,
Gotta go a little higher.
We're still talking. We're still talking. Keep distracted.
The giant will just kind of rub his beard and say, "Oh yes, yeah. And under his arm, I thought I saw him carrying. Well, I couldn't see quite what it was, but it seemed to be. I think I saw a red tail. It could have been a
Lucas.
kobold.
Luca's gonna look over at Shade and Eldora and go, she might be alive. That man has her.
That's
He
very
thinks he
good.
saw her.
Yes.
We gotta go.
We have a chance. That's amazing. And I'm gonna look over at the giant. Thank you so much for that. That is some excellent news on our part. We were fearing that we were looking for a body, but if he might still have her, that is the best thing I've heard all day.
Shade nods, and he looks at you guys. Nods.
Eldor will step forward
Wonderful.
and give a very respectful, like, low respectful bow to him. Back up.
I hold out my hand to shake his finger.
My friend
He-
wishes to shake your hand.
Finger, of course.
He shakes Shade's finger, and Elidora, he bows back at you, and he'll turn back to Luca. I'm most gracious. If I were able to leave this place, I would have run after him myself, but the chief's laws are his laws, and I must stand here.
No, I understand. Y'all protect your home. That's fair. My family protects our home too. But I'll be sure to stop by and say hi to you again on our way back.
How big was
please
that
do.
gem?
And I'm gonna hold out my hand for a handshake and say, Luca Ragnarok, at your service.
He will shake your hand. You may call me James.
Oh, his name is
Shame that he's so nice and we just robbed him.
I'm adding. We did not. I'm adding James to my friend. Hold on. Let me. Allies.
How-
I'm adding James.
How
to
big is
giant.
that gem?
It is as big as Saga is.
Oh, okay, I was gonna make a joke about her like regurgitating it for them.
Alright. James the Giant added to allies.
Not the killer.
Now,
Well, I'll
where's
take
the
that,
peach?
thanks.
Where's the giant peach?
That's what I'm
Zach?
thinking.
Where's-
James the Giant.
Yeah, where?
Oh,
where's the peach,
James the
Zach?
giant.
That's later.
Okay. We need to go. Thank you. We need to go now.
Magnus will look at Thorium and go, so which one of us wants to hold it?
Go ahead, Magnus. I have no issue.
Alright.
Good
And I
job.
will
Me and
tuck
my
it in a
friends seem
pocket. I'll
Me
go
and my
and put
friends
in.
need to be on our way now.
Oh,
We're
wait.
in a hurry at this moment. Thank you again so much, and have a nice day.
Hey, DM.
He waves for you goodbye.
Did
Yes.
Saga see the apple?
Oh my god, let it go.
No, this is for something different. I
Yes.
promised that one guy something
Saga-
interesting.
Oh, that's
yes.
right. That's
Saga
right.
was able to see the apple.
Can she go back for it?
Yes, because he doesn't care about birds.
I went
Birds
ahead and
carrying fruit
pocketed
is
the
suspicious.
large
Yep.
gem.
She lands on his shoulder, gives him a little peck. And she goes,
Oh, birdie.
she likes it.
Aw.
So nice.
Give him a little peck. And alright, Shade's gonna put that in his satchel.
Yeah, I'll kind of
There we
run
go.
here and be like, rush through. Little girl might be alive. We need to get going.
Can I
He
make
said
sure
you saw
that
her
this
with
is
the
one of
man
those
with the
special fruits?
thorns.
You can put it in your inventory. You can just put red apple.
Fine.
Did it work? Did you all get the gem?
Yeah,
Points
got
at
it right
Saga.
here. Oh, your bird's
Yes.
brilliant.
I'm so glad my phone
Yep,
works.
she's really
guys.
smart. And I promised that one guy something interesting for the wand, and he holds up an apple.
Oh, good.
Why didn't you do the flower? Flower might be good.
Oh, the flower could
Oh
be
yeah, you're
interesting.
right. And he checks his pockets. Oh no, wait, gosh, shit. I think I dropped
Inside.
it.
I'm gonna inside
Can
that.
can I make a deception check?
Yes, you may deceive. Or attempt
With
to
plus
deceive.
0 because I am no longer charismatic.
Please.
I
Please.
believe you.
Yes!
Oh, let's see if I believe you. Oh my gosh, let me see if I.
That man-
It's
Holy
on
shit.
brand though. It's on brand.
It's on brand.
Uh,
Yeah, you barely do.
yeah, Magnus is just gonna look
Beautiful.
at Shade and go. I'm not surprised at this point anymore.
Now, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
What do you mean?
Well, what do you mean?
We gotta
He
go.
said he
We
lost it.
we don't have time. We don't have time for this. We gotta go. We gotta go.
It's fine. It's
Don't
fine.
worry, Shade. We'll find you another flower, okay?
I'm just gonna give a little goodbye wave to James as they're going.
Ah.
Vibes.
And I
He waves
pocketed
you all
the
off.
gem.
E.
Oh, oh yeah, go ahead. Good.
He waves goodbye to you all.
I love him.
We robbed him.
We did
I
not
don't ca-
rob him.
Yeah, we did.
Dude, it's a rock. He eats rock. They probably would have eaten that gem.
I don't know.
It's probably just a
as we're
delicacy.
walking down the path, can I investigate the apple?
Yes, you may. You may make a nature check.
Alrighty.
Do you show the apple to everybody else?
Huh, want an apple.
Nice. I know there's something special about you. And I hold up the apple and I look at it and I'm staring at it. I know there's something about you. Saga wouldn't have pointed it out to me otherwise.
Maybe
Hey,
she just
fuck.
wanted an apple.
Well, she said I asked her if she would find me something interesting.
Like an apple.
Yeah, apples are
She's
interesting.
still
but
a
there are weird
bird.
ones. I ate an apple and now I feel powerful. There must be something
Look down
about
and be
me.
like, "Oh, Saga, are you hungry?" And I'm gonna take out some of the food that I feed Mrs. Peeps and offer it to Saga as well.
What is it?
Give me
It's
just 1 second. I will be right back.
it's like a mix of like chopped up corn and mealworms.
Nah, she eats meat. She eats carrion.
Okay.
She will respectfully turn her head away.
I shrug my shoulders and give it to Mrs. Peeps, and Mrs. Peeps starts pecking at it.
Yeah, Saga eats the corpses of animals and such, carrion, you know.
Oh. All of it?
Yep, returning to the earth and all that.
Gotta just go over here away from the slightly larger chicken.
All right. Do y'all travel north towards?
Yes.
Probably with some urgency now that we know the little girl's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thorium
Might-
definitely got agitated.
Might be alive.
Oh.
What
I'll
the
wait
hell?
for
There's a lot going on here.
Is that grapes with oranges?
Yeah. No, flowers. Like they're red flowers. Orange flowers, yeah.
Oh, they're flowers. Oh, I thought they were oranges.
My
we'll
new
wait
move
for
is
a
just throw
second.
Sog in a fucking tree or a bush.
We'll wait for a
No.
second for Blake to get back.
I'm back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right, let me. As you enter the area, you are met with a peculiar set of sights. To the far north, you see 6 freshly dug graves, each one anointed with orange flowers, the charred remains of scale mail, broken swords, and what appear to be meager belongings, carefully assembled at the head of each grave, with a humble marker risen above at the top. Incense burns at the foot of each of those graves. You see a similar sight to the northeast, but instead of the broken remains of equipment, you see bloodied islander attire, robes and shawls in many colorful patterns, as well as ivy-wrapped bags and tropical flowers. Much like the graves to the north, they are a bright orange flower at the foot of each grave, a humble marker at the head, and incense burning at each grave.
Oh, is this gonna get sad?
And then finally, you see a hill in the middle of this area, barely 5 feet off the ground. A tent is set up, probably meant for a large adventuring party. Beside it, you see one final grave, decorated the same as all the others. And kneeling before it is a strange man in scale mail, deep in prayer at his knees. You see this individual, and most notably, you see his sword lying at his side, matching the description Ofak gave you, a sword of rose thorns. The map and the adventure is yours.
Quick, everybody.
The grave that
Yeah.
he's at. What
How big is
possessions? How big is it?
Probably the size of an adult male.
Okay.
It has swords and scale mail and just charred remains of equipment.
Like
Okay,
the
right.
fresh one?
This one.
Uh,
This one. Rest
Yeah,
about-
the one in the middle.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly start, everybody. I might have an idea of getting close and talking, just in case. I've worked. At least my family's worked with other blood hunters, right? Is that a normal attire that he's wearing, or is that like a specialized stuff?
Make me a history check.
Do I get advantage because my family's worked with him before?
Not enough.
Okay. 12.
Looks like a blood hunter.
Okay. Now, yeah, I'll kind of go away. Let me get up and talk to him. Might be able to get some information out of him, and get prepared to move out in case something goes wrong.
I
I've got
could.
bad
Well,
feelings.
here's the thing.
Whisper,
I
whisper.
could cast sleep on him from this distance. It'll give you a minute to go get him and strip him of his weapons and tie him down. Now,
Fuck to kill him.
Shade, you just got that cloak. It'll make you super fast. You can get over there faster than any of us.
Well, I was thinking of
Just saying,
sneaking behind.
But we don't see the child.
Let
I
me
know.
let me go and ask, and then I'm gonna kind of like do a
Oh,
little gesture.
I could turn invisible and go to the back of the tent and slit the tent open
Wait,
and
here's
see
what-
if she's in
hold on.
there.
Here's what we do. Here's an idea. You do that, and I'll distract him while you sneak in, and then I'm gonna like do a little
Oh.
like gesture in my face, and I'm
Oh,
going to look like one of the
Wait.
past. What?
Well, I'm trying to say. I've been trying to say something,
Okay,
but no
go
one's
ahead. Go ahead.
Shade's like, well, I could also sneak up behind and get the jump on him if he tries to attack you. We're supposed to kill him anyways, and he's killed innocent people alongside his brethren, and that needs to be dealt with.
I just want to get eyes on that girl first, in case he might try
How about
something.
this? How about this? You create a distraction. You go and sneak. I will go up to the tent. Can I Can I remain invisible if I cast a spell? Or is it like I'm only invisible until I do damage?
You're
see how
only
this
invisible until you cast a spell or take an action.
Okay.
That's the cope. That's the Furbolg's
How about this?
invisibility,
How about
right?
this? Yes.
Yes.
That's a slightly different invisibility, I think.
Yeah, because
think
it's
it
only
lasts,
like
like, 6 seconds, an action.
seconds. Yeah, it's only an action. Or like,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was a minute.
Nah, the Furbolg one isn't that long. The Furbolg one is like a brief, like, you
It's a
flicker.
reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, because some of these plans might initiate combat, I'm going to have us go into soft initiative at this time.
Okay.
So go ahead and click on your token and roll for initiative.
Alright.
Every time.
Oh, I
Something's
accidentally
never
rolled
changed.
Mrs. Peeps. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep Mrs. Peeps for this one.
For her.
Sweet.
She's a girl boss.
But yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're talking. I'll do like a little hand wave over my face, and I'll make myself look like a bludgeoner I've met in the past, and like make my armor look like hidden scale mail.
Oh, for
Just
a moment I
remember-
thought I forgot it was supposed to be you, Luca. I was like, dang, Mrs. Peeps got the highest initiative.
Look. Mrs. Peeps is special, and she can do things. Like
I just-
roll around and play dead. It's fine.
Shade looks at Eladora. Just remember, we're supposed to be a group. We have to act together.
Oh,
Don't want you getting hurt
I know.
Yeah.
and making decisions for us.
This is for you. It's an idea. I just want to make sure where the kid is before we start attacking. Once the kid's safe, we'll kill the fucker.
I will get the kid. I can do that. I will get the kids.
Y'all can maybe sneak out and maybe cut a hole through the
I'm
tent, and I'll
listening.
keep you distracted.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go
Sneaky
up
time.
behind. So while you guys are fighting, I'm gonna go into the tent and see if she's in the tent. And
Shade
if she's
just
not, I will yell out.
Shade puts up the hood of his new cloak with the rabbit ears on it.
I'm gonna have Mrs. Peeps hide in this bush,
Cute.
and she's just gonna nest down and be
And
stupid.
it works because he already has a cloak in his art, so you know. Until he gets his new clothes, he's gonna try and get that enchanted onto there.
Oh no, totally gonna
Exact
draw your
ears.
new cloak. It's just gonna be like the one from Devil Survivor 2. With the long
No.
rabbit ears.
No.
It
Yep.
has rabbit ears. You're gonna have to draw it with rabbit ears.
Well, no, because I'm gonna get the enchantment moved onto a different piece of clothing if I can.
Still gonna
Right
draw it
now
with
you're
rabbit
bunny
ears.
boy.
I am the artist.
Right now it has money.
No, don't do that.
Okay,
You guys ready? Sneaky time.
Okay,
Alright, I'm
Luca
gonna do-
has the first initiative. You can move up to 30 feet and take an action.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I could get right to the back of the tent. If that's one action, can I turn invisible and get to the back of the tent? Because we're in initiative.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna set off hidden step. I'm gonna turn invisible, and I'm gonna yeet back of the tent.
Okay, Magnus,
Ah,
what would you like to do?
Magnus is just kinda looking at everyone else making all these plans and just gonna go, I mean, why don't we just go up and ask him where the kid is?
Well, that's why I made like a blood hunter. He might be able to be more perceptive one of his own.
True. Well, I'll let you
I said.
lead the charge, but I'll just kind of approach a little bit, and
Oh,
I'll let you
yes.
lead the way.
I don't trust me. When I know the kid's out of his reach, we're gonna be real rough with him.
If he's kept the kid alive this long, then, well, there has to be a reason for it.
That's what I hope to find out.
So, I don't see any risk in him hurting them.
Okay.
But,
Eladora.
yeah, Magnus is gonna
Oh,
just
sorry.
ready, just...
Just kind of call out, "Hey there, friend. Hoping to talk
And-
to you."
Oh boy.
To confirm, you are disguised as
Yeah,
a
I'm just,
blood
as
hunter.
a blood hunter basically, like a blood hunter I met in the past, and just like a similar armor to him, and a human.
Okay.
Look human.
He will kind of remain kneeled at the grave, but he'll lift his head up and turn around to look at you. Which clan are you from?
I know about the clans.
Ooh.
A clan.
Roll me a straight history check.
No.
You can try to lie and deceive him with a fake one.
I'm trying to think, like, would I know any type, like, how the naming conventions work of the Hunter clans?
They vary wildly based on whoever the master of the clan is.
Okay, I'll kind of gesture to my silver sword, Silverblade clan friend. I'm just fucking...
Roll me deception.
If I get advantage or not. Like anything.
Not on this one.
Okay.
There is no
Please.
god. Natural 20.
Not, I am your god now.
No, you're not. My god's hot.
Ah.
And she wants to kill me.
Thank God.
He'll kind of look a little confused. Not familiar with the clan.
Regretfully,
I'm
we're a small
Ross.
clan.
I'm Ross, apprentice blood hunter of the Thorn clan. Though I suppose I'm all that's left of them now. That half-orc's fireballs be damned.
She'll kind of look around at the graves. Yeah, I was hoping to ask what the hell happened to your friend.
We were on a hunt, me and my clan. We were interrupted by a half-orc and his party. He volleyed fireball after fireball at us, and wiped them all out except for me.
Can I insight that to see if he's telling the truth?
Yes, you may.
+0 for the win. 18.
He is telling you the truth.
Okay. Pork, huh? What was his party like? Who do you have with him?
He'll kind of fold his arms and he'll start approaching you now. And this will be the last question, and then we'll let Shade take an action.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fair.
He'll kind of fold his arms. Called themselves the damnedest thing. They kept yelling, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, what are you doing?"
That's an interesting name.
Tell me about it. Alright, Shade, Elidora, and Ross are talking. What are you doing at this moment?
Oh boy. I am speed, as Lightning McQueen once boldly said. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And then I'm gonna channel my key into my feet markings. Step of the wind.
Okay.
How far can I get with that?
Let's see. Step of the wind. You can spend one key point to take the disengage or dash action. So 50 feet.
I'm gonna get right near these rocks then. I'm gonna... Can I stealth?
Yes, you may.
Yeehaw.
The rock would give enough cover.
I'm stealthy. Finger guns. I just hide and my bunny ears are on top of the rock. I'm very sneaky.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Thorium, what are you doing at this moment?
Just have my light crossbow out, just relaxing there, just standing.
Mm.
All right, Luca.
I'm gonna take a dagger out and cut open the back of the tent, and 'cause I'm not invisible anymore. I'm gonna go inside.
As you walk inside, you see a body wrapped in blankets, sleeping.
I think there's more to the story than we know.
Yeah,
Oh,
This
yeah.
seems
Oh,
highly
so
suspicious.
that's what I'm hoping to talk about. Actually, yeah, something's really wrong.
Oh fuck is seeming sus. I think oh fuck killed the kobolds on accident. Feels guilty.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's a
I'm
cute
going
baby.
to. That is a cute baby. I'm going to put my hand over their mouth and wake them up. And just be like, shh, it's okay, it's okay.
So the child wakes up. Their eyes panic for a moment. Please make
I
me a
was like-
persuasion check to try and calm them down.
Okay. I'm one of the people sent by your sister, Snow.
The child calms down immediately, and tears kind of begin building up in her eyes.
Something here doesn't seem right. Can you tell me, is this man hurting you? Is he the one that killed your family?
The kobold nods.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get you out of here. All right? Just hold on tight, and I'm gonna pick the child up, and together we'll walk out here, and then I'm going to try to walk with the child, like holding on real tight, and I'm gonna have my hand at the ready to cast Fog Cloud in case we're spotted. And I wish to stealth with the child over here to these bushes.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Be like me and be very stealthy in the bushes.
Not bad.
I'm going to roll perception with him, but it is at disadvantage because he is currently distracted with another member of a different clan.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh.
Disadvantage. Taking the 9.
Ooh.
Luca, I'm going to give you control of Ruby here in just a second.
Nice buggers. We're gonna
All
brutalize
right.
this man once we find out the truth.
Ruby is in your hands.
I want to see if I can get Thorium's attention. And,
Okay.
And, like, wave a little bit over to him.
Thorium, make me a perception check.
Will we beat a 15?
Oh no.
Close.
You were
Be-
stealthing.
Because you are not doing anything at this moment, and you are just kind of surveying the land, I'll give you advantage on that roll.
He's a
So
cool
give
guy.
it one more shot.
The universe just loves him because he's cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, that's funny.
Just
Universe
missed it.
says.
No, the universe is
too-
like he's too cool for this.
You were too good at that stealth roll. Sorry.
Luca's gonna be very frustrated that we didn't set a thing to alert that this was happening,
Yeah.
and
Peeps yell.
instead, Luca is going to cast sleep on the blood hunter.
That's
You'll
too
have
many
to wait
actions
for
in
your.
one.
Yes,
Next turn?
you've-
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Child secure, that's all that matters.
Elidora.
Oh, is Maddie's gonna do anything?
Oh, I'm sorry, Magnus. I skipped.
Magnet.
Uh,
Does Magnus see me?
I don't know.
He can make a perception check.
All right. Let's see. Do I see you?
Do you see with your
Yes, you do.
You do. You
Uh,
watch as Luca steps out of the tent with a little child.
Magnus will just kind of look over in that direction and then kind of like lazily turn over and walk up beside Elidora and just kind of just lean in and kind of carefully whisper, just like, it's done.
Ross is going to raise an eyebrow. Is
What?
this one of your clan too?
More like a hired help. It's a small clan.
I
Right now we're the Rosewoods learning.
I'm merely here to offer aid in artifacts. I'm a researcher. I study archaeology. So, I help identify artifacts.
You know
That
the
is not a
Rosewoods
lie, so there's no deception check to be made.
are nice.
Into the truth, baby. It's not lying, if you're honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is being honest. I'm here to help
I
identify.
know, it's perfect.
Elidora.
I'll kind of look at Madison, kind of give a little like slight nod, and kind of look of like, let's get ready. And she'll kind of like calmly walk forward as is friendly. Ross, this. Please tell me what happened. This is looking kind of suspicious with how this orc acted. What happened to his party and the people with him? And what happened? Did they get all of your people?
He'll nod. Yes, he did.
Any of theirs, at least?
We were ambushed, so no. Unfortunately, we were distracted with our hunt.
What were you hunting, friend?
What does it matter?
Well, I heard stories. Like I said, my family's still learning from the Rosewood, so I haven't got much action. And love to learn more all I can.
I have a quick question for you, Elidora. Is your mark exposed at this time?
I would say it all depends. I would say with my masking faces, it's not exposed, but if it's something that's like that would go through that, then yes, it would technically be exposed. If if you would say like the magic is so strong on that symbol, it'd be like it would always show up no matter what I do.
It will bend to your will. So if you
Then-
wish for it to be hid, it can be hid.
I would say for now it would stay hidden because I wouldn't have known how close he was to the clan, so I would have had to hid.
Okay.
Intrigue.
At this time, Elidora, make me a perception check with advantage.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna hate if I'm gonna have to hear. 15.
You notice there's a mark on his exposed arm. An orange rose with many thorns being guarded by a massive black wolf.
Do I know anything about that?
Make me an Arcana check with advantage.
Yay. 9. Damn.
You feel that he is being empowered by a patron of the Fey.
Oh, of course, old Thaddeus has interacted with this. I have not. So,
Oh!
yeah.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
I'll put a gentle, hand,
I'm
like a
the
little,
one.
I'll put a gentle, like, arm on her shoulder. Don't worry, friend. We'll figure this out. And then when I pull my sword out, I'm gonna fucking stab him right in the damn stomach.
Yes. Fucking
right.
get it.
Elidora, you will get one free action at the start of combat.
Okay.
So let me We've got to change the ambiance.
Yeah, that's fair.
Aha! I get to
No,
beat
this
the shit out of him
technically
first.
I'm not
Fuckers.
metagaming because she was still gonna like shank his fucking ass, but like.
Oh fuck!
No.
Had it. We almost had it in the first half. Not gonna lie, I almost fought over. Oh shit! I was about to kill him.
Ooh.
Oh,
Zach!
I'm gonna beat the shit out of this man.
spoil us.
While I set up the situation, or not the situation, while I set up his turn orders, here is Ross's traits.
Okay.
Multi-initiative. This creature has 2 initiatives, the right initiative and the combat initiative. Taken at 15 and 5, he loses ties.
Oh.
Multi-attack. This creature attacks twice per action when using a melee attack during the combat initiative. Interrogator. This creature deals non-lethal damage. They intend to capture you and interrogate you for information about the kobold that got away. Unknown mark. This creature is under the affliction of a magical marking that seems to empower it somehow. A DC 13 Arcana check can reveal more. Weaknesses and immunities. This creature has weaknesses and immunities. A DC 13 Martial or Arcana check can reveal more. So I'm going to put that at the top of the round. Add turn, add turn. Ascending, he gets 15 and 5. And all right, Elidora, so you were stabbing this man in the stomach.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
Do I get advantage because it was a surprise or not?
Yes, I will say you have advantage on this one.
16.
He's able to dodge back. This hits, but he's able to dodge back just quickly enough that you scrape at him, that you get a good hit.
Okay, so still roll damage.
Roll damage.
Uh, 12 damage for slashing.
I can't get the lines to go away. I'm sorry.
They're drawings.
Whoop.
Ah!
Oh!
That was
I
powerful
was trying to make that
prestidigitation.
trying to make that distance arrow show up. How do you do that?
Third, like
It's
where the
the-
little mouse button is, the 4th one down.
Mm.
Fourth one down?
Yeah,
Snap.
You see, snaps and
All right, Luca, you have initiative.
It's got the center.
there you go. That's it.
40 feet. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to. Fuck.
Do that. There are children present.
I would say it was, before my round it, I would use bonus action to drop as many faces to show my true face to him.
I'm
Okay.
gonna move slightly over so that I'm within 30 feet of him. And I am going to fucking rain down on this motherfucker. I am going to.
Ah!
Oh, let me
Oh,
see.
stretches. We're gonna fuck this
How
old
big
man
is
up.
this?
Shame we have to kill a man, but hey. he kind of had it coming.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to hit Aurora. Instead,
He's not gonna
I am going to I'm gonna Ray of Frost him.
Yeah.
All right.
And specifically, I'm gonna shoot for one of his eyes.
That's a
And
touch
see if
attack,
I
isn't it?
can- No, it's not.
As long as it's like just flavored, you won't be able to like get a blind him or anything as a result, since that's a cold shot.
Gotcha. Okay. No. Okay.
But
yeah,
for
I'm gonna-
flavor,
But I am gonna aim for his face. My goal is that I kind of want to like shock him with it so that he doesn't really know where it came from.
okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, damn it.
Boom.
Ooh, no, it's a nat one.
He feels the magic running towards him. He draws his sword and he parries the ray of frost away. He now sees you and the child.
Fuck. Well, damn, if he sees us, I'm gonna grab her, and I'm gonna start moving over towards Thorian. I think I can get probably about this far.
What?
Okay.
Y'all. ready
Any
to
further
murder a
actions?
man?
Sorry. No. No further actions.
Magnus.
Alright. Agnes will see Elidora attack and see Lucas strike and go, oh, I guess we're fighting again. Alright.
Yep.
And we'll just kind of look at him and go, well, fire away. And I'll go ahead and pull out my lighter and shoot a firebolt from it.
All right, let's see it. That it hits.
Nice. See. Alright. 8 damage.
As he parries to block Luca's ray of frost, he's too distracted and gets hit in the head with a firebolt instead,
Ooh.
and takes 8 damage.
Agnes will just kind of, with the residual flame on his lighter, he'll light a cigarette and pull out his crossbow and go, oh, that's one way to start. Keep your eyes over here, mate. And I'll go ahead and take a step back, and like kind of this way, away from where Luca is, and that's my turn.
All right, it is time for his right initiative. He will peel his eyes towards Luca and Ruby the Kobold, but you all notice as he turns away, not looking at them anymore. He instead focuses down on Elidora, gripping his sword tightly, white-knuckling it.
Damn.
He is going to use Burning Petal Right.
What?
This creature takes 1d4 piercing damage as a sacrifice to his blade in order to use this ability. Elidora, please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck.
Oh.
Petals of rose erupt from his blade and scatter all around you, slicing you with fire damage. You take 6 points of fire damage.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, why did we put the warlock in front? Shit.
I'm Hexblade. I'm Gucci.
I'm the tank now. I have to tank for you all.
Okay.
Right.
We lost the other tank. Just gets shot.
And then as a bonus action,
Uh-huh.
or no, I can't, nope, never mind, can't
Yeah,
do
that
that.
scared me.
Elidora,
Wrote that down.
Okay. Now, do I want to be really mean, or do I want to be smart?
As long as I get to kill him.
Do the thing that'll cause the most damage.
Okay, bonus action. Oh, go ahead.
Or give him significant disadvantage on his next turn.
Just play it smart. Don't die.
No, you're right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Bane on him. Needs to make a Charisma saving throw. DC 15.
Ooh.
Now he
Ooh.
takes It's D4 on all that.
I'm just
Attack roll and
jamming.
saving throws.
Alrighty. He is baned.
And I think that's all I can do. That's my only spell action, so. Oh, also, I'm gonna go ahead and I forgot. I'm gonna go ahead and hex him. If I can do that.
Okie dokie. We'll give him a nice heart.
Yep.
You stole his heart. Alright, Shade.
All right.
Also, I get to choose one ability
okay.
that has disadvantage on ability checks. I guess wisdom. Like I never really use fucking hex
Okay.
forces.
I am marking down in my notes. He has disadvantage on wisdom.
On ability checks made with on ability checks.
Okay.
Fine.
And that's it.
Can I murder him? You mind if I steal this kill? No, I'm just kidding. Right. I'm gonna run and flip my hood up, and the runes on my arms start to glow, the white and the green, and I just run up and I legit just do a jump kick right into his fucking face for my first unarmed strike.
Let's see it.
23.
He doesn't see you coming. You get a clean smack on him.
Nice.
Right in the face. And then I do a flip as I kick him, land, and then my arms are gonna glow even brighter, and I'm gonna spend a key point and do flurry of blows.
Let's see it.
And Shade's eyes just go full white. And I get 2 attacks. But I get another one too. Bonk.
The first one, he's able to manage to raise up an arm and block it, but the
And
second
then he doesn't
one
see the second one
gets-
coming. Boom! I distract him and then boom. I just go into him and I look at him. Do you regret your actions?
He looks back at you. Of course I bloody do.
Then you shall face Wrath's judgment today. Alright, that's my turn.
Thorium.
I'm gonna advance forward. Make my way up to here. And I'm gonna prepare Witch Bolt.
Ooh.
Only prepare it
Okay.
and call out to Rose. What was your intentions for the child?
Is this before or after you strike him with it?
No, I'm only preparing the spell. I'm haven't.
Oh,
I am-
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm just holding a lightning lasso in my hand as I ask this question.
He looks back at you. To complete our contract. That is all.
We all know
What
things.
contract?
He looks down and says nothing further.
Fucking mindless one.
Well then. Yeah, Witch Bolt.
As you strike him with the witch bolt, he
Ooh.
grabs at his arm and his mark and screeches in pain.
Natural 20.
Oh!
Fuck yeah.
Oh, you just
And he's. Let's see. Oh, that's not the rest.
critting with the power of cool.
The fedora, it adds a little bit of spice.
Is that with the crit damage or without?
Without.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take the 9. But that seems to hurt him a little more than you expected.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I. Yeah. I'm good there.
Okay. It is now his turn. He's going to flourish his rapier, and he's going to first strike at Elidora.
Cool.
Does a... Yep, you will take
13
8
hits.
point...
Oh, 8.
Yep.
I'm
Oh,
out.
wait. Hold on. I've got Bane.
Oh. Never mind. Okay, I forgot about that. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, you full healed when you leveled up. So
Oh,
you've got...
I did that.
Okay.
No, that first hit did a lot of damage. I had... Let's see, I took...
Oh, it only did 8 damage.
Okay.
The first roll's to hit, the second roll is
Back.
the damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Someone get
Okay.
plugged up.
Hold on. So... Well, did the, Wait, so did the Bane help me miss him, or not?
Yeah, he missed. You
Okay.
do not take any damage.
Okay, well, the thing is, I have 7 hit points. That 8 would have took me out. So, I'm
oh.
glad it missed.
Do you?
You've
You
got
have
Does he have
14.
14?
Huh?
14. You have
You have
14.
14
oh.
hit points.
I forgot to tell you, you get the max HP roll on this level up.
Oh, okay, okay, my bad. So I had 15. Okay, I'll fix that.
Yep.
I didn't know that, my bad.
Yeah, you have 14 right now.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
20
okay.
max.
Okay, gotcha, my bad. Okay, I will fix that when we're out of combat. Okay, thank
Okay.
you. So, okay, ooh.
And then he's gonna turn around and try to hit Shade.
Right.
Thank God for Bane.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, right, yeah, that hits me.
D4. Oh,
Yeah,
21,
fuck me.
20. You,
19.
he spins around and, hold on, I've got to move that. It's
Just
Shade on top of it. Minus 6. He turns around and slashes at your chest.
Ow. How much damage is that?
That was 6.
That's quite rude.
And that is the extent of that one. Luca.
I'm gonna cast Sleep on him, and that should give everyone advantage on attacking him. Let's see.
Well, I'm not gonna hit a man with sleeping.
Does he have 25 hit points?
He has more than 25 hit points.
Alright, so it doesn't work then.
It's a nice battle.
I'm going to take Child and... Oh, sorry, hold on. Wait. Ah, stop it.
Take child. Run into forest with a rabbit.
I will save you, child.
Turn her into Winter Soldier.
The baby, John. The baby.
Alright,
Would you
okay.
like to see the baby?
Yeah, I'm gonna get about this far. And, no, okay. That's all I can do.
Magnus.
Alright. Magnus will look over at Elidor and go, should we try and capture him?
Part of me wants to, but part of me also really just wants to kill him.
Yeah, I need to kill him too for religion.
I'm torn.
For
Like,
God.
I'll just say Elder word to say I don't know really. She's not sure.
Shade looks over. I want to kill him, so... Shrug.
So, I want all the information we can get, but can't really stop you now, can I? Agnes will just go, well, maybe I can knock him out at least. And Agnes is gonna pick up a heavy, pull out his hammer.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna
Ding.
yeah, I'm gonna cast catapult
Nice.
and launch a. I'm gonna do a Novara. Yeah. So
All right. What is the dexterity saving throw on that?
DC 14.
And I think I also lose because of
Bane.
Bane.
Dang, I rolled so low on that.
It's okay.
All right. Where would you like the nail to be embedded?
Dick.
In his face, in his eye.
Ooh.
Take an eye out.
And at that, then let's see, is there anything else I can do? Don't really have anything else at the moment. Kind of light on actions currently. So, yeah. Magnus will be like, maybe we should, try knocking him out, tie him up, get some info before we kill the only source, considering that the rest of them are all in the ground. And I'll end my turn.
All right. It is Ross's right phase.
Ow. Face down.
He looks all around and then down at his arm towards his mark. He shakes a bit, but steels himself. Grant me power, loyal one. And he is going to call on the power of his hybrid form.
Oh, he's one of those.
Told you. Fucking called that.
So as a action, this creature is now going to take a hybrid form. Fangs grow out of his mouth. His arms become too big to use weapons, but he instead grows large claws. He gains a +1 to melee damage rolls and has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. He now has resistance. He has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks not made with silver weapons.
Oh,
And he now gains the ability to use predatory strikes. He can make 2 slashing attacks with his attack action and 1 with the unarmed strike as a bonus action. While he's in this form, he cannot use rights or weapons of any kind. He could try to revert back to his human form, but it must succeed a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. So his AC goes up by...
Oh.
Oh, no, it did go up. I took that out. Yep, he just got the resilient hide.
Ah, boy.
And now he roars at you all.
Fuck the mindless one. All my homies hate the mindless one.
Would I know if I struck him with a silver weapon, would they continuously cause damage on him or just that one time?
He's just resistant to all forms of bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing,
I'm useless.
unless it's a silver weapon.
Okay, so I can't theoretically, if I were to dunk an arrow in the silver and shoot it at him, would it poison him?
What an interesting question.
Well,
Technically, you can silver weapons or arrows, and they will do that damage. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's like they'll do just normal damage, but it's not
Damage.
extra. Like
You
he's
can-
not.
So it's not. Well, I'm wondering because it's liquid silver, and so
With
if
that
I were to
li-
pierce him with liquid silver, would it poison him?
No, it's just the
No.
weapon
Well,
fall.
It's
That
just
depends
just
if-
coats the up to 10 pieces of ammunition can be coated with that.
Well, that offensive attack does something special with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind in case shit gets bad.
Elidora.
I'm gonna hit my silver sword, and do I get advantage because I am flanking?
Why, yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
You're welcome for the sword.
Thank you. Natural 20.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Extra death.
One-handed, 11 plus 2. 11 plus crit. Yeah. Hold on, I don't.
22 plus 2.
Yeah, so 13.
24.
13. Oh, and I forgot. I've got the extra D6 for the hex.
Okay.
Five necrotic.
His wolfish body begins to stagger backwards, shaking a bit. That hurt.
Oh, good. Oh, back to madness.
Wait.
Thank you.
Sorry. Wait, so, DM, quick question. Seeing the werewolf form and then having studied the cart, can we piece some stuff together with that? Because the cart was destroyed and we saw silver weapons there. And
Go ahead and make me a nature check. Anyone who would like to
Need to be validated.
try and
17.
I got 10.
13.
13.
oh, his feet are much too small.
But there's something happening here.
Okay. So there's a bigger one then.
Mmm.
Think that's all I have in me. Yep.
What's
That's all I got.
what's my short sword made of?
Probably not silver, unfortunately.
Mom, why didn't you give me a silver sword? I guess I'm allergic.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and Hexblade's curse him too. I forgot I had
Wait.
that too.
Oh.
Sorry. Well, that's bonus. I'll do it after, so I complete storm. But okay, that's it.
Okay. My options are limited. I can punch him. Or I can whack him. Or I can kick him. Alright, this bitch gonna die. Wow.
Your punch ricochets off of him.
But that's not all. Bonus action, unarmed strike. Come on, roll 20. Thanks.
And that's a hit.
3 bludgeoning damage because he's resistant now. And just punch him.
Damage is damage.
Yeah.
He turns around and snorts at you through his feral wolf nose.
I just spit on the ground.
Any further action?
Yeah. Oh wait, Marshall.
Alright.
I'm a smart boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oopsie.
I actually forgot we could do that in this campaign.
Yep.
Does the 12 hit me anything?
Let's see. Too small for the traits. You can identify one of these abilities.
Yes. Born right. DC 14 strength.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
All right, thorium.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring the thunder.
Okay. He's gonna call up. What was the deal that you're dealing with here? Why the child?
Make me a persuasion check at advantage.
Ooh,
20.
nice.
He looks at you with his torn eyes. He just kind of chuckles to himself. It was for my happily ever after.
Oh.
All I had to do was bring the kobold, whose heart was white as snow.
Okay.
Ooh.
Witch bolt activates.
All right.
Luca's gonna hold the child a little bit tighter to him and kind of like turn away, because that sounds some like scary voodoo bullshit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
7
can already.
points of lightning damage.
Again, he screeches as the lightning courses through his veins, and you notice that the mark on his arm begins to bleed.
Think lightning hurt him real bad.
Yeah.
Any further actions?
No, that's all.
All right. It is time for his combat initiative. And he is gonna start. He's got 3 claw attacks he's gonna make. First one at Elidora.
Nasty 4. Oh. Wait.
13.
What's wrong with this?
It still hits.
Make sure, Ket, that you put it back on the select.
Yeah, 13
It
hits.
keeps moving the whole map. Like it won't let me just do it.
You gotta make sure it does no snap.
No snap. No snap.
You have to keep
Okay.
clicking it on and off, yeah.
No, it's still moving the whole map.
Refresh maybe. Like sometimes the map gets funky.
Why you do this to me, man?
No, I was just looking
Yeah.
at your little measuring arrow going everywhere. I was like, you having fun there, Ket?
Yeah.
Struggling. I am struggling.
The 13 hits. How much damage do I take?
I did ya for 3 damage.
Okay.
Mm.
Cool.
All right.
Oh, there it
Next
goes.
claw attack at Elidora.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
14
Still hits. Oh boy.
for 2 damage.
Cool. Cool. Ooh.
And last one at Elidora.
Oh no.
But that's a
missed.
miss.
Spit in his face. Yeah, Eldor is not looking too fresh.
Get out of there!
Does anyone have healing? 'Cause I
I'm
don't
a
have healing.
tank!
I have
I'm so
healing.
dizzy.
You a potion. Take your potion.
I know, but it's my turn.
Take
If I
your potion.
If I leave the area, he will slash me.
I'll distract him.
Oh no, you won't.
Yes, I'm a fucking
doesn't-
monk!
He doesn't like me. If I try to leave, he'll immediately go for my.
I wonder
go right
why.
back. Ah,
It's my turn.
yeah, please.
Yes, he's panting. Just
I
barely
am-
keeping himself up.
I am going to chill touch him for some necrotic damage. 21.
And that's a hit.
Heard it.
2. As the spectral frozen hand reaches out and claws down his face, leaving behind
He-
black veins.
He lets it happen and doesn't try to stop it.
I am then going to... No, god damn it. Well, technology's hard for me. I'm then gonna take my movement and run the fuck behind this bush to get some cover.
Alrighty, Magnus.
Alright. I'll look at him and just... Oh, Well then... Seems like you don't really have any, thing left to offer. And I'm gonna, and... We got potions of healing. I'm gonna catapult him again.
Alright.
Don't forget that default. Oh, never mind. Get fucked.
Alright, you nail him again, but because it's bludgeoning and not with silver, he takes half.
Oh, okay, because it was... Oh, okay, yeah, I guess it's not magical. Alright. I will... Look, nothing else to do, really. I'll just go... Might as well finish him off. And then my turn.
Nod.
Eldora's got his cup of a little bit of blood. Yeah.
Ugh.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, it is his right initiative, but
Yep.
because he is in his hybrid form, he
Oh,
cannot use his rights. So instead, he is going to call to his patron for help.
Uh-oh. Well,
The patron does not answer.
fuck the mindless one. All our homies hate the mindless one.
You chose poorly.
Oh, and just to clarify, earlier when he talked about his patron, he said the loyal one.
Loyal one.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought. We'll talk about. Well, yeah, we'll look at that later.
Well, that is his
This is my
turn.
mindless one abundant him.
I want to heal. Part of me is also like he's so weak and I do so much damage.
I'll get him.
I know, but I want to.
Abs-
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Eldor might be able to figure out what I want to do.
Can't always get the kills.
So,
I
I mean,
know.
no matter... So basically, you can either hit and take a risk that Shade and Thorium can't finish him off, and then take a hit, or heal and trust that Thorium and Shade can finish him off.
I know y'all can get him, but it's like my part of me is like Eldor is very much like wanting to like.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like...
I know. He
Take
looks
the
so
swing.
low.
Take the swing. Thorium's gonna hit automatically anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. True. Yeah. I'll go for the hit. I gotta try. 27.
That hits.
12 plus 1d6 for.
Wait, wouldn't it be the 7? Because you're taking from the right?
What?
Because
No.
it says on the right it's a 7 slashing. Because you're taking from the 27.
No.
I'm getting back.
No,
into it.
it's doing
Oh,
the one-handed,
two-handed.
two-handed. 12 plus 6. Yeah, 12 damage and then 6 necrotic.
Elidora, how would you like to end this?
Oh, thank Christ.
Mm.
Can I be very, very brutal, or is that be uncouth?
You ain't the dandelions, but go for it. It's you. It's your kill.
Ask yourself, would Elidora do that?
Nah, she won't be making brutal. I will say she will slash at his knee or foot to kind of like get him down to one knee. raise up his razor blade, look down at him. God, I hope there's mercy where the fuck you're going, and I'm gonna just slice his head off.
Not brutal, you say.
Well, oh no, I could have been.
I would say that was very swift.
Yeah, I made it quick. I could have made that very painful.
Shade was gonna snap his neck.
Part of me wanted to like stab him in the gut and like reach and pull the blade up, but no, I just took his head off quickly. Yeah, his head off.
Trust us more.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying. Like that could have been a lot more mean.
Congratulations, you have defeated the apprentice blood hunter Rose.
Yay!
I just kicked the sword to you.
Yep. Oh, cough a little bit. Gem. Do I get any sense that it's funky, or is it just a sword to me?
Make me a history check.
Any advantages, or just normal?
You have advantage on this one.
Yay! I do. Yay! 19. Thank you, God.
Eldora, though this sword is of average quality, there are certain things about it that is undeniable. There is no denying that this sword was crafted and smithed in a style very similar to the Rosewood family. And you also feel a slight enchantment in it.
Okay. Do I know if it's like a curse, or is it like a good enchantment, or can I not get that with that 19?
You will need to make an Arcana check to identify it.
Okay. Can I get advantage because it's similar or not?
I'm Arcana.
Well, I would actually, I'll fuck it. You're right. I'd turn to Magnus. Could you give this a look? My Arcana is only +2, so I trust you. I'll give Magnus help. How about that?
Magic person knows magic thing.
So am I rolling with advantage or?
Yes, you have advantage.
Yeah.
Do I see how banged up Eladora is?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we all do.
Yeah. She is slashed up. She's got some marks on her. She's kind of bleeding a bit.
So, I know you like taking the charge and giving out the plans and stuff. You seem like you want to be a leader type. But next time, I recommend you stay a little bit in the middle so you don't die. You look close to death.
It's been worse. I've been through worse.
Well, rather you
That's
be
the last time I
alive.
listened to a leader plan from you.
It worked out pretty well. Just we won't have.
Little messy.
Maybe you don't go in the front.
Oh, I know. This is it's more personal than you realize. Trust me. This is.
I can tell.
Luca's gonna look down at Ruby and kind of look her over, make sure she's not hurt.
I will pick
Are
up
you
that
okay?
rapier.
How are you feeling?
So, that's what the rapier does.
Yes, it is an item in D&D Beyond. I will let y'all decide who will carry that. Would you also like to loot him?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll loot something else.
Oh no, I thought we were all looting.
Let's just say we all loot and just be like, hey, and like we'll pass the loot around.
Ooh, schematics.
Are we also looting the items in front of the graves?
All of it's like burnt up and stuff, so.
Well, I'll say whatever. We'll see what Ruby like. We'll let Ruby pick out her family and not touch her family stuff.
I will look at Elador and go, how about, wait, what is this, what is the Rosethorn rapier made out of?
It is just regular metal. It is not silver.
I have a thing that makes it magical when I bond with it, so I'm good.
Do we need to give this as a trophy?
Oh,
Well, technically yes, but like I said, I'll see how it is, and I might be able to like
okay,
ask for it. We'll see.
Oh, because Nidus was gonna be like, it's like, take the rapier and I can take my sword back.
She'll look at it, like this sword. It's been very helpful, and I'll generally give it back to you. Thank you for letting me borrow it. It saved my life, literally.
Yeah, I would heal you, but I'm all out of
I'll pull out her health potion. Kind of like use your teeth to pull the cork out.
Jay just shouts that while he's looking in the tent. She won't
how is
take charge.
how
Let
is
it
Ruby
sink
doing?
in.
Oh, wait a minute. That's right. I get 7 hit points back because of Hexwade's curse. I'm actually look a bit better. Never mind. 16 health. I'm
And
actually
we
doing
get
pretty good.
20 gold pieces each.
Yep. So the loot you find, and we'll get to Ruby here in just a second. The loot you get is the Rose Thorn Rapier, 1 hand crossbow, 25 silver crossbow bolts,
Ooh.
20 gold
Ooh.
pieces for each player, scale
Can I
mail,
have the-
Mm.
1 potion of
can I
healing,
have-
1 bottle of lycanthropy anti-venom, enough for 10 doses of it, a locket that has a photograph of a woman inside of it smiling, and 1 blunt hunter incomplete schematics of some kind.
Ooh.
What?
Can
Yeah.
I have the crossbow bolts? I have a crossbow.
Can I have at least 5 of the bolts?
Same. At least
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll toss the blunter schematics to Magnus. This seems to be up your alley.
Wait, Magnus, you're Fey. Can you touch the silver crossbow bolts?
Yeah, I can touch them. I just can't, like, stab myself with them.
Yeah, we can touch silver. We
Gotcha.
just can't get hurt by it.
Oh, I thought you guys couldn't touch it at all.
Like,
We're
I mean,
not
No,
it's a bolt, so it has a wooden shaft and it has a
Mhm.
silver cross. It has a silver head, like arrowhead.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll take 20, and then you take 5.
Did Thorium? Did you say you wanted them?
5, yeah.
5 as well. Okay. So I'll take 15.
Okay.
I'll take the roast on. Is it okay if I have the rapier or not? It all depends up y'all.
It seemed like it. Well, because you were like tied to blood hunters, so Magnus was just gonna. I'm fine with letting you have it.
And you kept saying things about personal business
Yeah. Like
without telling us.
Oh, I know. Well, y'all haven't
Burns.
asked. Y'all haven't asked yet.
Can't. You're giving us stuff to do.
Uh,
Can I investigate the 10?
Yes, but we'll go back to Ruby and Luca first.
Okay.
Ruby is going to kind of wipe away the tears from her eyes, and as you look her over, you notice that she's no worse for wear. Maybe a scrape here and there, but she's not hurt at all. She's just kind of upset, understandably so.
Luca's gonna take off his mint green cloak and wrap her in it and go, you want to know something special? This cloak is actually magical, and anyone who wears it becomes a princess. And I would like to gift you this magical cloak, and you are now Princess Ruby. Does that sound fair?
Give a quick bow to Princess Ruby.
She wipes the tears from her eyes, looks at your magnificent cloak, and looks back up at you. I'm a princess?
Yes, and then I fasten the cloak on her, and then I do remove the chain that holds my arcane focus, and I clip that to my belt, and then I scoop her up and I hold her close.
Thank you for saving me.
You are very welcome. Now I do have wonderful news. Your sister is alive and well, and unfortunately, we got a lot of business in this area, but once we're done, we're going to take you to her, and there's some very nice half-orcs that are going to look after the two of you, okay?
Oh, okay. Snow's
Oh,
okay.
my name is Luca. I'm mighty sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I am Luca Ragnarok. Ragnaut. Sorry.
Thank you, Luca.
Oh, and this is Mrs. Peeps. She's very friendly. You can pet her. And Mrs. Peeps will just be plumped over my shoulder and like doing like just that chicken stare.
The Eldor give a little bow to her. Her name's Eldor, and as a knight of the Rosewood family, I promise you, I'll protect you until we get you safe.
She nods, and she looks a little better now, like she watched all of you beat up the bad guy, and you rescued her so dashingly. So she's just a little taken with you, Luca.
Oh.
Aww.
All right, inside the tent, Shade, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Sure thing. Mm.
You find a couple of bedrolls, some rations, a water skin, and at the side of one of the bedrolls, you see what appears to be a journal.
All right, I'll pick up the journal and I'll put it in my satchel for now. Best read it when we're in the camp. And I
Can
walk
I
out.
go investigate the graves where I think the
Pick
kobolds
up
were
the body.
buried and see if I can find any like family heirlooms or trinkets or anything that I can take with me with Ruby?
You sure can. They're up here in the northwest.
Where the body?
Uh,
Okay.
I
Can
will
I
bring it
bury
back here.
this man?
Yes, you can.
Hold
I'm gonna
up
bury
before you
him.
take him. Wait, hold up.
He's already on my shoulder. What?
Is this the actual
Okay.
one we're supposed to be hunting down?
Yep, he was the only one we he matched the description. He had the sword and all that. But we have more jobs.
We
just need
can.
I'm just going to bury him.
And so go. When we get back to camp, Thorium does have a good point. We should ask Ruby when she's feeling better. There are any others?
Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna bury him.
I'm also going to expend my sorcery points and regain my spell slot.
What type of
Okay.
armor is scale mail? Is it medium?
Yeah, it's a medium.
Yeah.
Get disadvantage on that stealth.
Can
Yeah.
I have
Or-
that by chance?
I'm
Well-
already. I mean, I'm assuming you guys picked it off of him because I'm starting to bury him.
Well, I'm saying I'm asking who's passing loot around. I can wear medium armor. Then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't want the disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
Disadvantage on stealth? No, thank you.
My measly 12 armor class is okay with losing disadvantage.
Can I also find the shovel he had?
Yes, it's not hard to miss. It's right up here where the
Okay.
rock is.
I'm gonna
Um,
bury him under this tree.
Magnus just kind of sits down and I'm gonna look over the schematics while all that's.
Okay. Luca, as you go over the graves, you find that each and every one of them has the clothes of Ruby's family neatly folded. There's a couple of necklaces, a couple of bracelets, and a pair of wedding rings.
I will take all of that and I'm gonna show Ruby everything that I got, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put this in my bag, and but it's yours, and yours and your sister's, and I will absolutely give it back to you when we get back to town. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Can I
Yeah.
shoot a-
Especially the wedding rings. I'm gonna keep those in a really safe place in my bag.
Here,
is there out of the clothes, is there anything is there anything her size or
I mean, she's
there,
wearing clothes.
I
there
mean, are there
appears
any
to
other
be
children graves or
all adult.
I hate all adults. Okay. And now I hate to ask this, Ruby, but there are 6 adult graves here. Is that all of your family? Is there anyone who got away besides you and your sister?
She kind of shakes her head. That's Mama, and Daddy, Aunt and Uncle, and my cousins.
Damn. All right. Uh, I'm
Um,
gonna.
Miss, um, have Mama and Dada said that if I was ever in trouble, I was supposed to ask for Mr. Lunn?
Mr. Lund. All right. I can't get to my notes right now, but if someone could make a note of that for me, please.
Yep. Mr.
Who
Can you
took the
spell that?
locket?
I didn't. Magnus has no interest in those things.
Did anyone
Well,
take the locket?
I would take the kind of
No.
memorize the face. That's about it. I just look at the face. I'm not gonna like,
Cool.
keep
I'm
it.
taking it and
not-
Luca,
bearing it with Ross.
Okay.
Okay.
Luca will very politely tell them that Luca is actually Mister.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Shame.
Ruby will nod.
Can I
Now let's see if I can find you a bedroll or something lying around here. Let's see if I can get you some supplies. And I'm gonna go explore the tent and see if there's any extra like camping gear that I can grab for her.
I'll
Can I-
kind of do a.
No, wait, it was
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I memorized the face and the locket, the woman. So I'll save that for later in case I ever need that. And I'll do a quick little prayer of Tatiana for the family. I'm gonna kind of go over there and check out the Bloodhunter graves.
Okay. Magnus, your schematics, you were able to determine that this clan of blood hunters was trying to make a version of a Vesri handgun capable
Oh,
of firing silver bullets to
Damn.
penetrate werewolf resistances. They failed at what they were trying to do, but you do now have the knowledge on how to craft a basic Vesri revolver handgun.
oh, brilliant.
And in the chat, there is the description of what it will take to craft that.
How do you spell Lund's name?
Okay, I'm gonna just copy that down and put it in my notes.
Lun.
L-U-N. Okay.
All right. Can I as I finish burying him and have a proper like stone marker, I'm going to pray to Wrath and hope she's listening.
Make me a faith check, which is d20 plus your level.
Right. I'm going to start it off by saying, and then I'll roll. Here lies Ross, a blood hunter bound by his duties, but unfortunately took the lives of innocent people alongside his kinsmen. He has been delivered justice. In your name, we fought him, but he will pass on. He got the burial he deserves, as everyone deserves a burial, no matter the cost. And I hope that this act of justice for Wrath is sufficient. And D20 plus my level?
Uh-huh. You feel a warm hand on the back of your neck, gently swirling it in a circular pattern, as if to say, well done.
Nice. And I make it all nice and neat. And I made sure his head was sort of reattached when I buried him.
Magnus is
While
of
me and
respect.
Ruby are in the tent, away from everyone else, I am gonna put her down for a moment and pull out one of my daggers and give it to her and say, now I'm gonna protect you, and I tend to stay out of fights, but in case someone sneaks up on us, you grab this and you just point the pointy end at them and hit them with all you got, and then you run like the Dickens, and I'll come find you, okay? But don't ever let go of this, and don't touch the pointy end, okay? You're a big girl.
Okay.
I'm gonna trust you with this. I'm gonna give
Okay,
her one of
Mr.
my
Luca.
daggers. And
Ruby takes it.
Sweet. And then I'm gonna grab a bedroll and any extra rations laying around. I'll pocket those as well.
Okay. Yep. You've got plenty of rations in there to take Ruby along with your adventure.
Did we want to make it back to the camp? Our base?
I was gonna say that.
How
might
do
be
I
good.
add?
Hmm?
How do I add silver crossbows to my inventory?
I'll need to create those, but I'll add them to your inventory.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
I was
Okay.
thinking of using the wagon as a little cue.
That's what I thought we were doing.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Real quick, thorium, are you doing anything?
Nope, just following Luca and Ruby around. Just
Do I get anything from these graves?
Yeah.
Are they the blood hunters?
watch over the child.
Each one of the graves has a different name, and each one of them says, "Beloved brother or sister of the Thorn clan, protector of the people. Remember them for all the good they did for Caepa, but never forget that even the brightest of us can fall to the darkest depths when tempted with a never-ending future of bliss. You must be stronger than even the strongest of us."
Okay. Do I have anything on that symbol or the loyal one? Does that trigger any memory? Or like anything that I would know?
There is no roll you can make at this time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm.
Make notes of that. Make note of that.
Shade's gonna start headed back to the base.
Yeah. Just gotta head everybody else.
Everyone's lollygagging.
I would like to
Well,
take
yeah, Magnus would probably start following after as well.
Yeah.
Fine.
No.
We get the wagon. I would like a chance to rest a bit. Ugh.
Well, that's what I
like that.
intended, and I'd like to chat with y'all.
Oh yeah, we need to talk.
Definitely. After how all that went.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yeah. Eldora's walking by the grave, just looks at Ross's grave for a minute and kind of just scowls and grips the rapier a bit tighter.
Respect the dead.
No, she hasn't done anything to it, but she wants to, but she doesn't.
Oh, if you did, there would be bad things.
Oh, I know, exactly. She wants to.
I'm literally in a clan.
I know. You can't see it.
I know.
Let's go.
Don't worry, we'll talk.
All right. Would you like to go right back to your camp, or would you like to stop by and visit with James, or just head back there?
Nice.
Oh, I wanna visit James. I wanna visit James.
Okay.
Well, I would like to go back to
Extra
the base and
ration.
rest.
If you want, can we just say like through the mind we just said that we had to James show the kid was okay and then wave goodbye to kind of like.
Oh yeah, we do have to let James know the kid's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. We'll let James
Okay.
know the kid's okay.
I will mark in my notes that James now knows that you took care of a thing for him. All right. So let me copy you. Bloop. As you walk away, you hear a gentle rustling in the trees. Or I'm sorry, you don't hear any of this. Y'all are gone.
Okay.
And you see someone pop out.
Oh.
Hello. Okay.
It's your attendant, yeah.
Yeah. Nifty.
She has a big smile on her face.
Oh.
A good one.
Okay. I hope so.
I don't trust her. Then again, Shade doesn't trust Elidora yet.
That's fair.
Especially
Hold
after
on.
how all that went.
It was just a little chaotic.
Yeah.
She's...
Well, we're about to.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Well, Shade's gonna pull a family lesson.
Agnes is gonna be like, and you have to take your own lesson by not eating things.
Well, we're about to. And he just pats the ground. Let's rest and talk. You know.
Yeah. I'll take a nice short rest and I'll attune to that fucking rapier.
Magnus is going
Question to all of you.
Oh, I was gonna say Magnus was gonna start setting up the. I have a 2-person tent, so I was gonna set that up, and I'll go ahead and let Magnus will kind of look pained for a second, and then look over at Ruby and go, "You can have the tent."
I would look at nice. We could always share one.
Well,
Me
a
and Shade are roomies. Me and Magnus are roommates.
Okay.
Smiles. But anyways, I have a question for y'all.
Well, quick thing is is the wagon cleaned out and like at least like suitable to like for someone to stay in?
We got
Yeah, it's a little dusty, but no worse for wear.
Okay.
yeah. But Magnus
Well,
had a
yeah.
tent for 2 people, so I was gonna let Ruby and probably
Oh, that's fine.
Luca
That's
take
fine.
that since Ruby's comfortable with Luca.
Yeah. But, yeah,
And
we'll talk about like what we're gonna do later. But yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah, just wanted Ruby to have a place to like properly
Oh,
rest.
yeah, no, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Anyways, who's in charge?
Does it really
Because I
matter?
don't want there to. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want anyone to be in charge. And he looks at Elidora. It seemed like you wanted to lead the fray and make the orders, and quite frankly, I don't swing by that. I'd rather. Because in my tribe, my clan, there is a council of people that make the orders and the plans, and I'm not going to listen to just one person that I barely know yet, no offense. We just met, we're working together, and I want to get to know you, but I'm not going to take orders from you willy-nilly.
Well, I don't know.
that-
Y'all listened to both my plans, and they worked perfectly.
Well, yeah, we all did a suggestion, you know? A group suggestion instead of running headfirst in, even distracting him, yeah. But you got hurt pretty bad from staying in the front. And, you know, it's my job to protect as well. But I think we need to coordinate better and work more as a council instead of a leadership or anything like that. Democracy or whatever, politics are weird.
And it's just gonna. So what you say is we put things to a vote.
Yeah.
Can
Instead
agree with
of
that.
yeah, instead of taking orders from one set person, we all work by our own rules but make an agreement on the big moves.
Well,
And of course, no killing the innocent.
Oh yeah. Well, no,
And
Actually,
I don't.
raised.
Dorian, I had an idea for combat for the 2 of us. So, what's the least amount of range that your spells can do? 30 feet?
The absolute least. Or the most.
The least. That's mine's 60 feet.
The
I was hoping
absolute
we're gonna have
least
to
I
be
can do is get up there and touch him. The most is 60 feet. Aside from the crossbow.
Alrighty. How about you, Magnus? What's the least amount of feet besides touch that you can be away from a target in battle?
No, sorry, 90 feet.
Damn, son.
I think about it.
Are most of your abilities around 30 feet?
60 feet on average.
Excellent, excellent. I was hoping for a buddy system, if you will, when it comes to protecting Ruby. Honestly, if I get hit, I'm screwed. I'm powerful in magic, but I'm not so powerful in close combat. I was hoping that I could have someone, kind of double team this protection of her, and that way there's 2 of us in case someone sneaks up on us.
I can do that. I
Hmm.
can help.
True.
Well, it
None-
seems like your stuff is more melee. So
bit
I was thinking
both,
that you and
thank
Shade
you.
would be buddies.
Well, I
Me
have
and
a better
Magnus
range,
could be buddies,
so
and then we
it-
have Thorium running between us.
Shade raises his hand. No offense, but you know, my body is a bit more built for taking hits and doing up close and personal.
Exactly.
And
So if
Elidora
we
is more
had
of
it,
a half and half.
if we
Yeah.
had it so that Shade runs up first, Elidora follows behind, and sneaks around so we can flank, and then me and Magnus to the back with Ruby, and then Thorium between us.
And it's because I prefer to be kind of in the center. I can heal if needed. And well, if they're going to be up front, I'd like to be able to get to them.
Makes sense. I like you having my rear.
Magnus just looks
Phrasing.
down. Just kind of head in hands, like.
I will say at this time you see kind of Eldor kind of getting on the scale wheel. Well, this will help me be a little bit harder to hit.
Well, we should
Sure.
probably rest for the night.
Oh,
It's been a bit of a day,
yeah.
I think
and
we all.
the rest of our jobs aren't going anywhere.
And, well, we've seemed to be doing pretty well. We're all getting used to learning how we each fight.
And I got my
And-
key finally.
And Magnus is just gonna hold up the schematic and go, and I'm gonna make this.
What is that?
Oh. Oh my dear, it is a gun.
What's a gun?
Do I know what a gun is?
Yeah, do I know what a gun is?
He doesn't know what.
I've been interested in one of those for a while.
Oh no, a sorcerer cowboy. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Guns are commonly enough known. They're usually the weapons of those that come from Vestry. So it's common enough knowledge that they exist, but you've probably never seen one up close. But you've heard of it.
Well,
It's,
That's gonna be very interesting when you're done with it.
we'll just have to put it together.
You have
Can I
all the
invest
parts
in-
for it.
Do I? I was looking to. Oh, okay. So I did. I forgot to. I didn't notice that you wrote the instructions. I only read the ammunition. So I'll go. I'm definitely short, but perhaps once we return to Floro, I'll be able to craft it.
A little
Excellent.
handy with
Well,
smithing
anything,
tools. I could help too.
anything you need to make it, I will gladly pitch in.
I'll look at a Shade and
Blinks.
look
It's kind of
at
picking at his nose.
Eladora and go, if I'm gonna be in the middle and you two are gonna be up front, well, Eladora, as much as I love this sword, do you think we should? I think Shade should have it too, the silver
Oh.
longsword.
Oh,
What do you think,
I look
Eladora?
at it. Am I proficient with those?
I thought as a monk you're proficient with longswords.
Let me see.
Depends.
It says short sword and simple weapons.
So I don't.
Oh, wait, what
let me
was
see,
it?
proficient? I am not
It's a
proficient with a
longsword.
longsword.
Oh, you
I'm
are?
only proficient with short swords, unless you want to break that in half.
Oh no. Darn, that would have been
That's why I'm
perfect for
working
you.
on a hidden blade.
Ah,
Also, Shade just looks at you. Oh no. This, and he points at his gladius. I'm never using that.
oh,
Only in emergencies.
oh,
It's my
okay.
clan's way.
Then
We don't kill with weapons, unless absolutely necessary. Blades, more specifically. Kill with our hands or our quarterstaffs.
Eladora, it was good in your hands. I'll let you take it back.
No,
Or
trust
you
me.
could sell it with for money.
She'll look down the rapier. This will be good for now.
All
It's
right.
actually
Maybe give it to Luca to defend himself.
Oh,
Better, like if someone gets close to
Use
you.
those?
she'll kind of look
No.
at
I cannot.
Oh.
Crossbow,
Just sell it.
light, dagger.
Oh, I can
dart.
use
or
longswords.
something.
I
I would
believe.
definitely keep it. She'll look out of
Yeah.
at that gate. If there's more werewolves running around, think old asshole there was a big bad wolf that we need to be careful of around here.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. We're close. We're close.
Yeah. So, a quick question, DM.
Oh wait,
With
I'm not
magic
proficient
weapons,
in it.
do I ignore the resistances of werewolves with magic weapons, or does it have to be silver?
Oh, okay. So
It depends on the werewolf you're fighting,
Yeah.
I will say.
Okay, gotcha. That's fair.
Okay, my bad. I will be better with it when I level up. Yeah.
If you don't mind, I can take the first watch tonight. Also, I hold out the apple and I investigate it one more time. I'm pretty sure this is right.
Go ahead and make me a nature check.
Can we all
Special
get a crack at it?
It's an apple.
Can we all get a crack at it?
Yeah,
Go
can
for
I?
it.
If he shares it with the
I'm
rest
holding
of you.
it out in my hand, Twilight style.
What E?
What is that? Nature?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh. Wow.
See, I'm a hippo. I'm not
that's
supposed to know things,
it's an
but I
apple.
just became intelligent.
Mrs. Peeps walks up to try to peck at it.
No, I'm holding it up.
Yeah, she's gonna try. She's gonna flap
Magnus
her
will
little wings.
jump
See if
back
she can
at
reach it.
Steeps and
I will
hide
also
behind
move
Magnus.
back and
Or
I'll
not
have
Magnus,
Saga
Shade.
distract Peeps.
So with a 20, Elidora, you know that is a Magicore apple.
Yay! I was right.
Those are used mostly in the production of magical animals and livestock.
Correct.
When eaten, those apples, if fed to a magical creature, grants them a chance at evolving into a higher form. For each
Ooh.
apple eaten, the threshold increases.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh yeah, because Cat wasn't here for that.
Guess who has
Yeah.
a magic creature?
Well, I will
Guess who's
speak.
not getting the apple?
I will speak up.
Dang it.
Now, here's an idea.
Oh, yeah, the special
Okay.
apple.
There is one more thing. They can be consumed by mortals,
I did it.
but they have to be able to first digest it. If they are unsuccessful in digesting it, 2 random ability scores are lowered by 2 permanently. But if they digest it, a surge of wild magic will exist within them.
I will tell everybody that, and I will say an idea. Let's see if we don't find anything else interesting, we can give this to our friend. If we find something even better, we could maybe give this to Miss Peeps and kind of pat her on the head and see what the hell shit comes out of her after that.
Personally, if we don't find anything else interesting, I would like to feed it to Saga since I found it. I ate one of them myself. Saga, no, it doesn't have to be a magical animal if I'm correct.
He said magical animal.
DM does a.
Yes, it needs to be a magical animal.
Okay.
Is Saga a familiar, or just a?
We're
just a
bonded.
bird?
We're a bonded. As far as I know, that's about it. And I can see for her eyes when I give her magic stuff.
Because of your hex blood stuff.
Yeah, but that doesn't make her magic.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I'm just going to keep it.
Look,
I already ate one.
It's you. We'll get back to that. It's your atom. Do with it what you will. But what we can do is that I can split the silver that we have into 2 different containers, and we can just give him both containers as the interesting items. And then maybe if you're willing, we could give that to Mrs. Peeps.
I thought silver's pretty common though. It's not rare.
Not this stuff.
This liquid stuff is a little rare.
It's a
He
little.
just puts the apple back in his satchel. But personally, I found it, and I don't want people telling me what to do with it. If I decide to give it away later, sure, Mrs. Peeps is on the list. Maybe I'll share half of it.
Thank you for at least considering it.
Of course. Just depends on how the road takes us. And I look at Saga and I'm like, we're gonna make you magical eventually.
Oh.
But you're magical to me, and that's all that matters. Unless you are secretly magical, and I just like pinch at her cheeks. Unless you're secretly magical and you were sent by my mom. And just like, yes, I'm totally magical.
Aw.
Like,
Please make me an Arcana check.
Who? Shade?
Shade.
It's that bird is your mom.
Huh. Its eyes kind of glowed when you said that.
She's got something in there.
You're my mom. You're my mom.
Jade's mom is hot too. His real mom.
Agnes will just kind of take the night, and this is just for the future next session. I'm gonna be working on making my homunculus, seeing how Saga was so useful. I got inspiration to make something similar.
I'm gonna sleep in a tree and do watch.
All right. Do all of y'all want to take watches and go for a full rest?
I'll do one whole watch
Yeah,
by
and
myself
then
so that they can do
yeah,
sleeping
I'll
time.
take last watch.
I'll take second watch.
I'll take third.
All right. Everyone who's taking a watch, please roll me a D100.
Ooh.
Don't say it like that.
85.
Oh, you rolled right before I did, and I was like, oh, I got an 85.
56.
685. And Luca?
Hold on. Slash roll. 1D. So 100?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
31.
All right. This is where we will kind of leave things off for now.
Ooh,
But-
intrigue at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Shade,
Yes.
during your watch, let me go see who is the lucky fella. During your watch, Shade, you watch as a mysterious individual beckons the road. Look,
Oh, he's hot.
Yeah, I was to say, oh no, he's hot.
do I have... Let me add his handout real quick.
He's a guy.
Oh no, if he's a himbo too, we're in trouble. Ooh, I get to add a dope scar to Shade's chest now.
Writing that down.
Me too.
Oh.
He looks like Glad. Oh no, it is. I know the art. I know the character.
Oh
just the
wait,
art
yeah.
take.
No, I know.
Yep.
No.
Love him. It's a perfect look too.
He's I'll
So
flirt with him.
he, as we end the session, you see this man walking up towards your camp in the middle of the night. That's where we're calling it.
Ooh. All right.
Neato, mosquito.
This
Did we
is
have a long
good.
rest?
Not you.
Yes. Well,
Or just we'll hold.
yeah.
we'll-
After the interaction with Grim, you will have you'll have a long rest.
Okay, so I won't do
All right.
practice yet. Okay.
Hold off on that.
Eat a flower, become smart.
Oh my gosh. Can't believe you.
I'm gonna have to find more edible things.
Yes.
I knew it. I knew like.
Because here's the thing, Shade was gonna be humble and just eat like the roots of the flower instead. Because like the roots probably wouldn't do anything too crazy, right? But then I was like, they're distracted and talking about smart things. Let me eat a petal.
Uh-huh.
And then Shade openly just showed his distaste in what do you call it? I can't remember the term for it, but like he's like, I live in democracy, I must live by it forever.
I will say I will be much more versatile in battle once I reach level 3.
Me too, because
Oh,
then I get
yeah.
my full cool stuff. Because like Shade's been just working on his mask in his spare time.
Meta
Well, when I get back to the-
magic.
Well, when I get back to the blade, oh yeah.
Oh,
Went past
Also,
So much
telling
going
the,
on.
also telling the Hexblade not to be a frontline fighter.
At least behind line fighter. I'm a tank. I'm now the
But
tank. So like I gotta take those hits for you guys, so I
uh,
can get more cool scars
yeah.
for
Oh,
lore.
but this was really fun. Great
yeah.
combat music.
I'm waiting for your last question to Eladora. I've been waiting. Waiting.
Yeah,
Magnus
It's
may
hard to-
ask later, but I haven't seen enough of your like
yeah.
abilities to ask to inquire.
Yeah,
fine.
and I haven't been able to chime in too much.
Yeah.
Cause I just seen you like kind of swinging and I don't
then-
know if I've seen you like I don't know what the visual look of the hexes are.
I keep meaning that the visual look for the hexes are spectral rows like vines and thorns, like kind of like constricting, kind of like wrapping around them.
Oh, okay. See, so if I saw that, I probably would have been questioning you a bit more.
I keep meaning to say that, but like I keep getting so like lost in the sauce of battle, I keep forgetting to like mention that. But yeah, a lot of her stuff is like thorn and like vine based, like a lot of her spell effects.
I don't know if any of you guys saw the meme I did for
Oh yeah, it's accurate. Like fuck.
It's not gonna stop. It's just gonna keep happening.
yeah. Here it is. You want to see it, chat?
Yeah,
Honey
it's
from the
chat.
lion.
It's never gonna stop.
Just what do you have in your mouth?
Well, also I'm the child of a hag. Why am I weird? I just am. You're a cursed hexblood. I'm a born one. My mama hag.
Oh no, technically, no, I'm born technically.
I mean, yeah, but curse.
and
no.
Magnus is just
I just
like,
get the tingle that my mom's just saying, "Hey, you should come back and we should fuse."
but yeah, no, so
That's
this
cute.
was great. And thank you for watching, chat. Thank you so much for running the game, Zach.
Oh yeah. It's
And
amazing.
I guess we'll be back. Well, depending on how everyone wants to do it, because I know we were gonna do every other week, but I also don't mind weekly. However anyone wants to do this.
Just depends on my schedule, you know.
True,
Yeah,
true.
if we shift to weekly, I wouldn't mind. Like I said, like I should be good most days, most
Well, I'm
Wednesdays.
let
asking.
me look at my schedule for next
Zach.
week too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I have no life. I'm good.
You have a super.
I-
you do
Listen,
things.
I'm an accountant. We don't do things.
You're an accountant.
Oh my
You're an
gosh.
accountant?
I have a
Yeah.
friend who's an
I
accountant.
learned this
Yeah.
a while ago.
Yeah, that was
I
mentioned a
learned
while
that
back.
hard way.
Too.
Oh. One of my best friends is an accountant.
And I mean that in the I'm literally an accountant, not the TikTok meme with the stripper.
What?
I'm an accountant. I do what accountants do.
he starts unbuttoning the suit.
I am off next Wednesday night, so I'm down.
Alright, so
Is everyone good for the 11th?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good for the
Yeah.
11th.
It'd be good for me, yeah.
All right. Now I
Or-
have one question before we continue.
Mhm.
Which is your next task you would like to take on?
Ooh, let's
Probably
look
the
at the book.
lumberjacks, right?
Yeah, I think the wood, because we want to fix the wagon wheel as well.
Yeah, hold on, wait, yeah, lumberjack, yeah. Hold on, I got these written down.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know the idea was to. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me look. Sorry, I'm.
No, you're fine.
We did the unofficial task, so that's done, and I will
Yeah,
write
two
that
tasks
down.
done already. Yeah.
Well,
Completed. Well, two of our side tasks, yeah, with the gem, and then the third unofficial one. So we have, yeah, the logging job, because like they're
so
like they disappeared, it seems.
and not to cut you off, but
And
I
then-
will I'm just gonna go ahead and end the stream here
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
while
go
we
ahead, go ahead.
discuss what happens, what we're gonna do next. That'll be a surprise for you, chat, and you can tune in August 11th, 8:30 p.m. EST, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Yeah, and